Canada's communist. Canada's crazy. They got Canada's communist. Canada's crazy. They're they got to get rid of that guy.
Hello, Amish. You're muted. Yes.
Hello? Ah! Yo, what's up? Can y'all hear me? I think that's it, right? Is that it? I think that's it. I think that's it. And I think God is great. Tell me if God, put a God is great in the comments, everyone. Put a God is great. I see a ha ha ha, yeah, but I don't trust it. Put a God is great in the comments. Wow, what a wild west that we're in. That these are the kinds of issues that we thought we'd face in the future. This is today's television broadcaster, huh? This is today's television broadcaster. It's a completely new world. It's very exciting. I'm getting a couple of God is greats. Let me play some music because the music has been fantastic. Did you hear music before? And did you hear the other clips? Maybe you heard everyone but me. Never mind, the echo was on my end. You are good. Thanks, Bolt. Love you. Richard Matthews, Andrew Tate never has issues. Richard, just hey. Is that true? No, he's very live stream. Let me tell you, his issues are with what he says, and we're gonna get into another Tate. We gotta do another Tater. Man, we got a great episode today, though. Honestly, banger ass topics back to back. We're 10 minutes in. We're ripping and dipping. God is great. Opening rip is Joe Rogan's attacks on Canada, and I can't wait to actually show you the thing. I mean, could you guys hear him? This is great. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Canada's communist. Canada's crazy.
Why is he saying Canada's crazy? Richard says, love you, Mish. Love you, baby. Yeah, hey, listen. Andrew Tate never has issues. Andrew Tate also has a pyramid scheme. A men's rights pyramid scheme and maybe a sex trafficking ring. Well, I mean, it was more like a WeWork for OnlyFans girls, right? He turned his house into like a WeWork for OnlyFans girls. 75 OnlyFans girls renting the spaces. Listen, I've been watching a lot of Tate speech, okay? So we're going to get into that. We're going to have a big topic on that. Joe Rogan, I got to say, this is the first time I've ever disagreed with Joe Rogan. Y'all know. I supported him through the vaccine shit. I supported him through the vaccine. I supported him through when everyone was attacking him for being anti-vax or saying don't do the vaccine, and I have my own medicines. I stood by him then, didn't I? One of our biggest clips, actually, I think the biggest clip our channel has ever had is Steven saying that he doesn't like, saying that something that Joe Rogan did wasn't funny or something like that. No, I think it was Steven ripping Bo Burnham and saying Bo Burnham's not funny, something like that. In that clip, I was fully supportive of Joe Rogan. I've always been, day one, I've been supportive of Joe Rogan. This is a brainwash, people. And that's why we will find some route to forgiveness on it. But this is something that we have to do the forgiveness. But like, this is something that needs to stop, needs to be called out. And I think it is a legit brainwash. So we're going to get into that. That's going to be our opening topic. A lot of comments here today. Let me see this. Bolt, Amish, you have to learn how to stay on top of the chat. You also missed 2 donos last stream. I was one of them. Not a big deal, Bolt. Bolt, I missed 2 donos? You're fucking kidding me, dude. I thought the donos get me. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was on top of the donos. But that's why, Bolt, that's why you know I'm not a cult leader, okay? That's how you know I'm not a cult leader, Bolt. I'm going to take advantage of you like an Andrew Tate and take your money and take $50 a month. And by the way, I know a lot of people in the whole scam community are going to be like, oh, $50 a month is not bad. The thought has crossed my mind too. $50 a month is not bad for Tate. But you know what? I'm telling you, once you get in the $50 a month, then he's selling you on the $3,000, $5,000 weekend. That's where they get the real money. That's when the real pressure tactics come in. The $50 a month is probably just the inlet program. That's just a sucker finder. No offense. Listen, I was this close to buying it yesterday because I was like, I should buy it for the stream. But I was like, this guy's in Romania. He's probably going to scam my credit card. No, it's too big now. I could probably do 1 month and get out, and I can show you guys the inside. We'll think about it. We'll talk about it. I mean, I don't want him to come to my house and murder me too, right? Maybe I should send him an email and be like, hey, I have a podcast. We want to talk about it. Can I come in to review? I'll pay the $50, but I just want to come in to review it. Let them know. Go in, do the fair review. Say God is great this or God is great that, and that's it. I want to know what the weekend is officially for this drip channel. I want to know what the weekend costs, because if the weekend is a high pressure sales $5,000 weekend, well, then I'm sorry, sir, but you are running a scam. And that review will be given as such. And when he gets on his Tate speech and he starts yelling, I'm going to say, sorry, Tate.
What can I say? Tough titties.
I don't give a fuck. Because you better not be scamming these suckers into a $5,000 weekend. I'm sure Steven's working on a video. I wonder if Steven will touch it. I got to call. You know what? We're going to get Steven on soon. Let's just line up some 4 or 5 banger topics for Steven, and we'll bring him in like a week or 2. Yeah, we should bring him on. It's time to bring him back and say, what the hell is... First of all, I'm going to say, what the hell is this Joe Rogan saying? Who does he think he is? Okay, cool. Let me do a couple of things, and then I'm going to officially start our opening. Apple Stash. Romania has definitely different rules when it comes to taxes, refunds, and money, so don't do it. Yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, great. We got an inside tip, sounds like. You know, like, and the thing with Andrew Tate is that I don't put it past him. That's the issue with this guy. I don't put it past him to go kind of scammy on it. Just the way he's talking. Right? Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Listen, I know everyone misses coffee. It's fine. We're gonna get him back. We'll bring him back. It's fine. Now, don't fucking cry about it. Okay, we're here to do Joe Rogan. Let's do the Joe Rogan. Love you, babies. No, we'll bring him back in a week or something.
Canada's communist. Canada's crazy. They're
Why is he saying Canada's crazy? He doesn't need to jump in with he's acting like he's got some great, but that's what's so funny about this Tom Segura. He's so funny, dude. Even on his podcast, like his interview with Tate speech is so good, because that's the thing with comedians, man. Only these people can deal with the Andrew Tate. Because all the mainstream media people, they're going to take Andrew Tate. They're going to be like, oh, how could you say that? And then it's just going to be like, bitch got owned. It's just going to be feminist bitch owned. That's it. That's what they're gonna do. But when Tom Segura, like, he's just yes. This is the most comedic yes anding. This guy has no idea what Joe Rogan's gonna say. He has no reason to say this about Canada. There's no reason to attack Canada like this. Communist. Oh, is it? It's communist. We're communists now. I got to put that into the thing. Let's restart that clip, and I'm going to put it into the goddamn thing.
Canada is communist. Canada's crazy. They're
What happened to you, Tom Segura, that you got to just... Canada's crazy. Canada... This is a little bit the pot's calling the kettle black, right? You're in America. You're calling Canada crazy? Excuse me. Let's have a little respect. Let's have a little goddamn respect here, okay? We are but a vassal state in your empire, sir. We are but a vassal state. Even if we wanted to be communist, is Daddy America going to let us? Of course not. And not that I want to even be. I'm not even saying I don't want to be communist. Shout out to Ayush. Ayush came in at 7 minutes. He's texting in here saying, Amish, you're muted. Amish, hey man, Amish, you're muted. Wow, that's so funny. But no, this is an attack. This is truly an attack on Canada. I got to add Canada communist to this because this is bullshit, dude. Canada communist. How could we be communist? We are living but in the American empire, sir. We are but a vassal state in your empire, sir. So we are not communist. We follow the rules. Like, what are they talking about? We got to play that again. It's just so dumb. And then Tom Segura is like, nothing happened to him that he has to do an attack like this on Canada.
Canada is communist. Canada's crazy. They're
What's crazy? What's crazy? You're in America. We are a sober, toned down version of you, sir. What do you mean? Yeah, Canada's crazy.
they're
Did he say fuck Canada? Like, Segura just goes, fuck Canada, man. They just, you know what? When you go on Joe Rogan, that's what you have to do. You're not there to disagree. You're there to be you got to be like a bit of a fanboy, I guess. I mean, you're going to be. I would be too. If he said some shit, I'd be like, yeah, fucking Canada's fucked. Fucking Canada. Fuck Canada, dude. Why?
they got to get rid of that guy.
And of course, this is Sky News, Australia. Sky News Australia, always doing the right-wing rips. I think this is the parent company to Fox News. I think that's the history. I got to look into it. 2.66 million subs. They got bangers. Honestly, and this is a perfect 2-minute, 40-second clip. We'll do the full reaction to this clip. Sky News Australia, amazing. They have so many great clips like this. And they're actually very funny. But they are very like right-wing propaganda. Like, this is a lie. Why are they using this serial killer picture of Justin Trudeau? There's a lot of sexy photos of Justin Trudeau. This is the pervert turned serial killer photo, right? Short hair, don't like it. No beard, don't like it. He needs to get that beard fucking back, idiot. So stupid. The beard makes you look like a fucking man. This is the problem, is that they think we're communists because they associate. This is the problem with Joe Rogan, though. And I've supported him from day one on this podcast. I supported him through the COVID attacks. I supported him against the mainstream media. I always support him. The N-word thing, I was like, come on, just cool it. I said it here on this channel. Go back, take notes, watch it. But this one, I said he stepped too far. And, well, hopefully with you guys, I can find it in my heart to forgive him. But let's continue. Oh, popular podcaster Joe Rogan has castigated. It sounds castigated. It's very close to castrated. And it makes you just think of that. Basically, what these guys are fucking good, right? Let me just go back to the comments and make sure I don't sound like a kooky duke. His news haircut is like a dog. Is like this dog. Yeah. His new haircut is like a filthy fucking pervert dog. Like a pervert who turned into a serial killer. That's what this is. He's not, they're purposely, this is Sky News Australia, but also castigated. It sounds like castrated. You know, they know what they're doing. In this manosphere anti-Me Too men's movement we're going through right now, we're almost living in a manly backlash on the society. And right now they're extra excited, and they're like, well, you're beat down, let us beat you down more. And they're doing these attacks, and it's like, what? It's castrated. Joe Rogan cut Trudeau's dick off, is what they're saying. Okay, all that being said, this is like Shakespearean. Joe Rogan has cut the penis, castrated Justin Trudeau. It's good that we live in a world like that. I feel like back in the day, they would do that. They used to do that, like kings and stuff, and like whatever empire people, they would do that. They would go and they'd be like, oh, are you going to kill me? No, I will cut your penis off. And that's it. Popular podcaster Joe Rogan has castigated Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, accusing him of behaving like a dictator. Oh, dictator. We are the tyranny. We are the tyranny. Excuse me, Joe Rogan. We are but a vassal state in your empire, sir. We are but a vassal state. So as a humble citizen of this vassal state of Canada, of your empire, I think you need to show some respect, because let me tell you something. Whatever, I know they made him look like a pervert. They got the most pervert picture of all, the most serial killer picture of all. I know. And here's the point though, okay? The tyranny that this guy's doing if let's say he gets elected 8 years, the tyranny he will do in 8 years is the tyranny that your president does in 1 weekend, Joe Rogan. How dare you, dude? And they're both of them. It's a comedy. They're being silly. They're being, this guy's a piece of shit. It's not even close, dude. You guys are the tyranny. To Saudi Arabia, to all the Middle East, you guys are the tyranny. South America, you guys are the tyranny. You guys are the tyranny. You guys are doing a lot of tyrannies in the world to take, okay, someone's a little lefty, like Trudeau. Maybe he didn't handle COVID too well, and we can't give him a forgiveness on this. That's the real place that we got to come to. We got to forgive him for his mistake. He made a lot of mistakes during COVID, and he did a mistake during the truckers' protests, and the video gets into that. But they always got to jump to this conclusion that he's a dictator. He wants to be a dictator. That's right. Is that it? You can't say he's a pussy and he's a dictator. Okay? It's one or the other. He doesn't even want to be the prime minister. He was too stupid to do anything else, and his wife and his family forced him to do it. He doesn't even want to be the prime minister. Are you crazy? He wants to finish it. He wants to be like, okay, I'm out. I'm done now. He's just doing it to get money, and then he'll get out. He'll get out in 8 years, and then he'll write books, and he's going to have to do a bunch of, he's just going to book himself on a bunch of speaking tours and just get every penny he has, move into a tiny house, and just do the numbers and be like, okay, I can live now. That's what he had to do. That's all he's here for. He's not that aggressive. He's kind of an idiot, which I agree with that. But anyway. On his July 14th episode of Joe Rogan Experience, Mr. Rogan said his opinion of Mr. Trudeau soured after his treatment of Freedom Convoy protesters.
Oh, you don't like criticism. You're trying to shut down criticism by saying that all your critics are misogynists and racists.
Yeah.
You hear he said that about the trucking people, the truckers?
He called them
all misogynists and racists.
Oof.
Yeah, he's gross. He's a sketchy guy.
Man, Segura doesn't even know. He's just going along with it, agreeing with it. Oh yeah, what'd he do? Look at this conversation. He's like, he's a communist. Fucked. Segura's like, yeah, he's fucked, man. See what he did to the truckers? What'd he do? Oh yeah. Like, he doesn't even care. But that's that's actually very good skill. That's why the comedians are the only ones who can really talk about this. That's why the comedians are the only ones who can really talk about Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, only the comedian, because they can just, even on his podcast, it's like that. It's so silly. Andrew Tate on his podcast, it's so funny because they're not like, that's how you have to be. Treat it silly. Oh, hundreds of people occupied downtown Ottawa for over a month earlier this year to protest against the Canadian government's treatment of cross-border truckers. Okay, here's the issue on this Canadian trucker protest. Everyone I know in Ottawa, and they're all lefties, but they hate them. They were like, this is like, they're assholes. They're mean. They're coming. They're like getting in our faces. They're kind of yelling at us. So everyone in Ottawa kind of hated them. And then everyone, yeah, I know, but that's agitation. Like, I mean, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to be like, you're trying to agitate the society to get your point across. This is true activism. And, you know, this is Canada though. We don't do this. We don't protest. Even whether you think this is righteous or not, we don't protest here. You know what I mean? That's what makes it crazy that Joe Rogan's saying all this about Canada. Canada is so chill. It's too chill to be a tyranny. Too chill to even go communist. Come on. We're following the rule. We're living in your system. We're not going to, we are basically an American state. Okay. Get the fuck out of here. God damn it. We're an American state and we we follow all the rules and we don't need to take this shit that we did something wrong. We crossed all the T's and dotted the I's and we're following all the rules in Canada. I can guarantee you that. As far as regarding communism, we have one party that's a little more left of your party, but your party's completely right wing. So we have the freedom to have a left wing party. Excuse me, sir, just because you guys don't have a left wing party. You have two basically right-wing parties. They don't do anything for working class people, whatever. We just have a slightly more, it's this much more left. Trudeau is the Prime Minister of Canada, and he's the leader of the Liberal Party. Liberal Party and really the Democratic Party in the US are the exact same party. If you made a political spectrum, it would be like right-wing, and because they're so hard as fuck, they're constantly pulling to the right. Then you have left-wing. Because they've been pulling to the right, the left wing is just a centrist party. They're not, we don't have the liberals in Canada, the Democrats in America. They're not going to say shit about workers' rights. They're not going to say shit about military intervention. Like they're not going to do anything left wing, actually. They're centrist. And then in Canada, we have a third party, the NDPs, and they're not going to win ever. Like sometimes they win and then they just lose right away. They're basically like a punishment party. The NDP, like it's like 4%. It's nothing. We're talking about 4 or 5 seats out of like 180. Like it's not happening for the NDPs in Canada. That's why I find this communist attack so offensive, people. I wish we could be. No, I don't wish that. I don't wish that. That's the thing. They represent my views, which are very centrist. We're a very centrist country. You guys can hear me okay, right? See, now Didier Munya Marensby is saying, haha, still figuring out the mute button I see. Did I press the mute button? What the hell's going on here? Fry Media Limited says Jay Peterson will replace him as PM. Yeah. Well, when he's got Joe Rogan doing his propagandisms, Canada's a communist. We're following the rules, dude. Hold on. Let me pause the music. Let's get through this video. Wow. It's crazy that the right-wing people did a protest. You know what a big hatred of them is? Is like all the lefties, which is most of Canada, we're almost mad that we don't ever protest anything. And that we don't do shit. And then when right-wing people do it, we're like, oh, they're doing it. Like there's a little bit of haterism in that. There's a little bit of haterism. Because this protest, my view is that like this protest, like I think Trudeau went too far with them. Like he did overreach, actually. I do actually agree with that on Joe Rogan's. Like the overreach is too much. Like apparently the people who organize this truckers protest, their bank accounts are frozen. They're fucked. They are fucked. Yeah, that is a tyranny, isn't it? Holy shit. Yeah, no, God damn it. Wow. Just like that. Enlightenment happens in an instant. Just like that. I just realized, wow. Yeah. Yeah, no, he's got a point. I didn't realize what he was talking about. I guess so. That's the issue. Apparently, like some of the main people that were working on this truckers protest, They can't access their bank accounts. Maybe they can't pay their mortgage. They might lose their mortgages. Like, it's fucked up, man. They really fucked them up. And it's too far. And then the fact that they brought in the cops to like clear it out, it's a peaceful protest. Yeah, that's technically a tyranny. Holy shit, I can't believe it. Jacob Bruce says, and just like that, Amisha's Team Rogan. No, I mean, yeah, no, okay. Well, you know what? I got heated. I just saw the video yesterday, and I got heated about it. And I was like, how dare he? I mean, it's still like not even close. Dude, they had 50 school shootings this year because they can't tell. They overturned Roe v. Wade. This is one thing we did, and it's the one thing we're going to do in like 5 years. America did like 6 things this year that were way worse than more tyranny. Still, this is the pod calling the kettle black. These guys are in America, dude. Why is Tom Segura just like, yeah, Canada's fucked. Canada's fucked. What did they do? He doesn't even know. He goes, Canada's fucked, dude. Yeah, Canada fucking fucked. Wait, we're at 103. I gotta see the opening. He's so funny.
Canada's communist. Canada's crazy. They're
He doesn't even know what the conversation is. This is he's coming in this blind. I don't think before the podcast, I don't think Joe Rogan's like, hey man, we're gonna talk about we're gonna review this Canada thing, read the article, whatever. I don't think so. I think it's Canada's fucked, dude. And this guy just goes, Canada's communist. Canada's fucked, dude.
Canada's communist. Canada's crazy. They're
You're crazy. How dare you? How dare you? In what way are we more crazy than you? You guys are out of control. One thing. You guys made COVID. Excuse me. You fucking made COVID. You're Fauci fuck. You want to talk about tyranny? The highest paid person in everything. Fauci. At least our prime minister is tyrannical. Your fucking side guy's a tyranny guy. Fauci, what the fuck? He made the fucking thing, dude. I've been saying that for a year on this goddamn show. Thank God we weren't that big yet and we didn't get demonetized like all the other channels. But even their side guy is more evil than a Trudeau. What are they talking about? In what world? Canada's crazy, dude. He doesn't even say Canada's fucking. This Canada's crazy.
Canada's communist. Canada's crazy. They're
what are you talking about?
They got to get rid of that guy.
This is the pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? Just a vassal state, a humble vassal state in your empire, sir. Following all the rules. How dare you? Let's go to 1 minute. And we're going to play that again after. That's so funny. As thousands of Canadians descended on downtown Ottawa, Prime Minister Trudeau acted decisively to quell the protesters. Okay. Did he? No. He kind of ran away. Descended on... No, can't. Prime Minister acted decisively. I thought he ran away at first. I thought especially the conservative story on this was, as thousands of Canadians descended on downtown Ottawa, Prime Minister Trudeau fled for his life and said that he got COVID and had to leave Ottawa for 2 weeks. Like a bitch. I thought that's actually, because that's what happened. He did. Like, that's what I mean, dude. Tyrant? Is he a tyrant? Like, he's such a pussy, dude. He's just doing it because he couldn't do anything else. There's no political ambitions even in him. That's the crazy thing. If it was up to him, his whole life, he was saying, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be prime minister. Fuck that. I'm not going to do it. Nothing else worked out. He tried to be an actor. Didn't work. He tried to be in politics, but it's not enough money because he's a prince. The prince need money. Prince need too much money. So he was an MP for 2 years, dude. He actually has like no career before becoming prime minister. It's not, I guess it's just his dad was a prime minister. Yeah. But even on that, how are these Americans? What are you guys doing? Bush, junior, senior? Come on. Trump's a millionaire. He becomes president. These guys act like they have no tyranny, that they're such a free country. You think America's a free country? You have to be a billionaire to win just to pay for the thing. Or you have to sell out completely like Obama had to sell out in order to get the $1 billion to run his campaign. But you have to be like a billionaire, or your dad had to be prime minister. Or you have to be like Molesty. He enacted the Emergencies Act, which gives the government and police unilateral powers to crush the protest. Yeah, I guess that adds that. Okay, yeah, fine, fair enough. Whatever he got himself, I feel like in America, the cops just have it already. Like what we do in Emergencies Act, the Americans, like, you guys just do that for fucking nothing. You're doing it in Iraq and Afghanistan every goddamn day. Not anymore Afghanistan, I guess. But then in your own country, like, if there's any little thing, what? Your cops are going to fuck shit up. This is nothing, dude. This is, I bet if an American cop read the Canadian Emergencies Act, they'd be like, we already have all this. See, this is the problem with Americans. You are living in your Americo-centric world, and you think this is tyranny. Let me tell you something. Our Emergencies Act, you guys are way aggressive than us. The Emergencies Act allows banks to freeze the personal accounts of anyone linked to the protest without a court order. Yeah, that's fucked up, actually. Yeah, yeah, okay, fine. But you guys had the war on terror. War on terror is the same shit. They did this to a bunch of Muslims in America over, like, whatever, 10 years after 9/11. You know, and what was that? That was your own government playing in the Middle East, doing shenanigans. Then doing shenanigans. I mean, this is even nothing, dude, compared to you guys. Who do you think you are? Huh. Has it? I think, okay, here's the thing with this, though. Mr. Trudeau's popularity has been declining since the Freedom Convoy protests were squashed. Yeah, but correlation is not causation. I think everyone who had to deal with COVID, everyone hates them. That's the problem, man. It's a tough situation, honestly, and it's something that nobody knew how to handle, and people made a lot of mistakes. And now there's like this whole movement that's like, no, you were trying to do tyranny. It must be you have an instinct for tyranny. You wanted tyranny. And it's like, or like what happened to stupid? Right? What happened to, like, everyone's dumb and a pussy. And then you have one psycho like Fauci in that mix of pussies. That's the real situation. Like Trudeau, he's such a puppet. He doesn't want to be that guy. Like, he wants to go home. He just wants to hang out. He is a prince. He doesn't want to be tyrannical. He wants to, like, just do it long enough that he can leave and call it a day. But then, yeah, I guess so. Mr. Trudeau's popularity, I think it's because of COVID. I think it's because he just happened to be the prime minister during COVID. Everyone hates COVID, and then they blame it on the thing. It's just like economy. Like, everyone just thought Bill Clinton was the greatest president because he was a charming guy, and then he had a booming ass economy, and then everyone was just like, oh, he's so cool. This is a little bit of that, I think. Fucking, what is this serial killer photo? Get back the beard, get back the long hair. This is stupid. When hot people get cocky. That's what this is. This is when hot people get cocky. Who the fuck do you think you are, dude? Stay fucking sexy. It's your only goddamn value. You better goddamn stay sexy. Put the beard on. Put the long fucking hair on. Big sexy hair. This is some serial killer shit. What is he doing? A recent Post Media Ledger poll found 55% of Canadians strongly or somewhat disapproved of Mr. Trudeau's performance as prime minister. Again, it's going to happen. It's COVID. You just hate whoever's in charge because you hate COVID. and nobody can do right. According to the Angus Reid Institute, only 38% of Canadians approve of his performance as Prime Minister in a survey taken in June. Dude, this is sick, man. The music and everything. In January 2022, just prior to the protests, around 50% of Canadians approved of Mr. Trudeau's performance as Prime Minister. Yeah, dude. So we're going to 50% approve. Does that mean 50% disapprove? So it went up by 5%. Wow. Sky News, man. This is what I love about conservatives. They just turn every stupid thing into news. Like, you look at Daily Wire right now, Ben Shapiro's outfit. Ben Shapiro just signed Jordan Peterson, just putting out hitters. If you watch their shit, you just think like, wow, these guys are fucking killing it. They're killing it. We got to watch that opening again. This pisses me off.
Canada is communist. Canada's crazy. They're
Canada's crazy. Canada. No, that's too funky right now. That's too newsy. Oh, how can we forgive? How can we forgive people? Oh, I see a donation. Thanks, baby. Did you post a BTC or ETH address, Digital Karmas? Colin, we did not. But my producer, Ayush, is in the waiting room. Ayush, do we have a BTC address that he can send money to? Is that a thing? He's saying he'll send us $20 a month if we give him a BTC or ETH address. Thanks, baby. Those are very powerful digital karmas. I appreciate you. $2. Colin Lorenzo. Thanks, homie. Habibis. Habibis, how can we forgive? How can we forgive? I think it's a brainwash. I mean, Segura's just doing podcast host. He's just saying, Canada's fucking nuts. Who are you, dude? This is the most Florida man's. Isn't he like a Florida man kind of guy? He's got a Florida man kind of vibe. Like, that's his comedy. He's like a silly guy. And he's calling Canada. Like, it's like a buttoned up, cleaned up, nice version of you guys. What do you think, man? This is weird. But I blame, you know what I blame? You know who I blame? Jordan Peterson. That Babaji Babashri, Jordan Peterson. This is his fault. This has to be him. He's in their ear and he's saying, say something, say, why don't you say for community? That's what, this is what they do. I've had uncles like that, man. They're like, hey, Amish, in your comedy, say Muslims are taking everything and terrorists, say something like that. Good for community and good for the comedy. That's what I think this is. I think Jordan Peterson's coming in Joe Rogan's ear and saying, yeah, say something about that Justin Trudeau. He's a monster. And this guy's going to say, it's brainwash on brainwash. His Babaji tells him, and you want to listen to your Babaji, right? Just like you guys listening to me for hours, giving me money. You know, you want to support your Babaji. You want to be like, no, my Babaji knows. So that's it. His Babaji's telling him, like, no, you got to say something about Canada and the tyrannical communist. What's communist? JP is making nonstop bangers, though, Amish. Hard to argue with him. Didier, did you not see our message to Muslims episode? By the way, first karma's complete. That's enough of that. Let's do some Eshram announcements. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. And there we go. Let's do some opening announcements. JP, okay, Didier Munya Barenzi. Are you my brother? Can I ask you, my brother? Are you Muslim? My brother, are you? Sorry, I was just looking at something. But yeah, are you? Because we had a great episode. We had a whole episode called Jordan Peterson Message to Muslims. Let's pull up the channel, people. I can't believe Tom Segura. Get funky with the music. You're listening to The Drip. Non-stop rips and dips. Doing the karmas. And bringing these pimps to justice. God damn it. Rip, dip, dip, and drip. On The Drip. You're listening at 7:46 p.m. on YouTube and Twitch. Live stream. The most powerful rips on the whole goddamn internet. Rip, rip, drip, and dip. Oh, you're Roman Catholic. Because we just did a great episode, actually. It was getting good hits, and then I was like, damn. The other live stream we did had even more hits, but let me just show you. Drip YouTube. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. We did a message to Muslims. Didier, not right now, but go back and watch this. I think we did a lot of good arguments pushing back on JP over here. I think he's radicalizing, to be honest. And this video is killing it. I guess because we're talking about Andrew Tate. And we put him in the thumbnail. Bing, bang. 1,800 hits. Listen, next topic, we got to go Tate. Sorry, everybody. Trigger warning. We're doing Tate speech next. We're going to do a little Tate speech. It's the only way. But no, this is Israel. Like, this was great. I hate to play my own video. But this was fantastic, dude. You know, you really can't mess with that. Like, I mean, there's just so much in there. There's just so much in there coming from the guy himself. Like, it's crazy. That was a crazy video. The stuff that he believes, it's nutty. You're listening to The Drip right here, Rip and Dip, live on YouTube and Twitch. All the rips, all the dips, giving you that drip and raising the vibration. I got Ayush in the waiting room. We're going to bring up some drip. We're going to bring some Tate speech clips right now. Fry Media Limited has a great comment. Are they grooming Mr. Peterson into radicalization just by busting his balls so much? Fry Media, honestly, like, if you look at, I think, listen, man, I think like Daily Wire and you look at a guy like Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro's an aggressive guy. Ben Shapiro, you could say, is like a more conservative Andrew Tate. Like, they rip. They rip, and when they rip, it's a rip and dip, and that's it. Like, the guy's crazy. The guy just goes nuts. He just says whatever the fuck he wants. He is weird, but it's crazy how much content they put out. Like, let me just show you. Because this is, to me, another brainwash. This is another brainwash. This whole crew. This is a crew that we got to watch out for. Let's share it. Here we go. This is this is a full brainwash crew. I think so anyway. I think they're very radicalized. They're trying to pull people in. Wow, they haven't put Jordan Peterson up yet. They got to redo the banner probably. Cuz now Peterson's on the team, dude. This is like the Avengers, man. Oh, they also don't have Brett Cooper. Huh. 2.82 million subscribers. Holy shit. They're making movies. They're doing comedy, I get. Hyperions. This looks like silly. Shut In. They're doing horror movies. It's just so much. But the message of every video is like, we're under attack. The leftists are attacking us. That's why I forgive Joe Rogan, because it's too much brainwash. It's way too much brainwash. A lot of great karmas today, people. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, raise that vibration. Let the algorithm know that we are raising the vibration and that we are hitchhiking to the most. That was great that we did a forgiveness on Joe Rogan. Very powerful karmas. Let's go to our next one. We got to go to Andrew Tate. Let me just find the thing. I'm having trouble opening this document. But hold on a second. Here we go. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hold on. Listen to this. Yeah. 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 Get funky. Get funky with that music. You're listening to The Drip. Nonstop rips and dips on The Drip. Let's go into our Andrew Tate section, though. We got to go Andrew Tate. We got to go Andrew Tate. And I'm going to bring in our producer, Ayush, here. Wow, 199 from Brian. Thanks, man. Amish, you called JVP's evil story arc a while back. Brian, thanks for 199. Dude, I appreciate you. Yeah, I did, didn't I? I was saying he is I thought he was radicalizing. Like he was pushing to go that way, I felt like.
Hey man, what's up? How
you doing? Coming in from India.
Wait.
And you got a bunch of Tate speech for me.
Yeah, I just collected everything from the Reddit, like his YouTube channel and everything, like the podcast clips and everything is right there on the documents. Yeah.
Let's take a look, baby. I do feel like he's out of control. This first one is the... Man, your audio is coming in very swimmy to me. It's coming in like you're in the ocean.
Oh, just give me a second.
Okay, so first we're looking at some how Andrew Tate is dominating Google Trends. Holy shit, dude. Look at this. You know what? When Andrew Schultz was talking about it too, July 3rd to 9th. From the 3rd to the 9th, bing, bang, God is great. This is where he should be. He's Mr. Beast. Oh, wow. You did have Mr. Beast. Andrew Tate comparison.
He's just more famous than Mr. Beast right now.
Holy shit. Yeah.
And especially due to streams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I'm still hearing all that audio, background audio. Maybe it's not picking up the mic, you think, or no?
Oh, let me just retry and just a second.
Yeah, dude. Listen, man, the first 5 minutes, y'all couldn't even hear one word I was saying. So, you know, sometimes you got to work through. Sometimes you got to keep your vibrations up, people. This is the world we're living in, people. That's why Brian 199 said, Amish, you called JVP's evil story arc a while back. Thank you, Brian. And this is the way that I'm able to do it. High vibration. You got to keep a high vibration, people. And that's what we're doing. And that's what we're here to do. And make sure that if any... In this economy, we are in KALIYUGA, people. The time of great sin, according to the Hindu. According to the Hindu, this is the time when the whole thing's going to blow up at the end. And when people like Andrew Tate come on the scene, that's what it's showing me. And these are Andrew Tate versus... Oh, wait. Compared by sub-region. So in America, Andrew Tate is not quite there. Yes, very good. In America... Oh, this is so sad, actually. So basically, in other countries, I think, yeah, dude. Well, definitely, I'll tell you. Last episode, we did a clip of him talking about how he loves Islam because of how much he thinks they control their women. And I saw that, and I said, this is going to rip. I was thinking, this is going to rip in Saudi Arabia. He gives Saudi Arabia and Qatar a shout-out in that episode. Make sure you go back and watch that episode. It's great. Mr. Beast by region. Wow. Okay, so in U.S., God is great. By the grace of God, God is great. Mr. Beast is still winning. This Mr. Beast versus Andrew Tate, it truly is Jesus versus the devil. It is the most righteous person because Beast is righteous. It's 100% work ethic with that guy. Whereas Tate, there is like an evil in him, right? Like, I mean, sex trafficker, that's satanic shit. That's fucked up shit.
Mr. Beast.
What do people think?
Mr. Beast made his audience through hard work, right? And this Tate and this Andrew Tate is just writing out of like other people's like audiences, right? And he's just he doesn't even have a channel of his own. Yeah.
Come on, he doesn't have a channel?
No. He just goes on like live streams and other people's podcasts and just gets fame from them. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Civil War is $2. Vibrations are so high, they're coming in through the audio. It's true. We are actually in an ocean of source energy, brothers. So that's okay. Come on in. No, that's a lot better, actually. But no, this is truly a battle of good versus evil. Let's go to the second one. Hold on. Yeah, this is a clip. This is a clip that you sent me. This guy's
Yeah,
like
so
is this guy a drop shipper? This guy's like a millionaire.
Yeah.
This is like a millionaire genius kid. He's like a drop shipper, right?
Yeah. So he
But
does
he
like
didn't
businesses.
respond. Yeah.
Right now, like he's like into like some kind of exposing videos and everything. So he's just like figuring out who the fake gurus are and like exposing their businesses and all, right. So he went he deep dived into like the Hustler University and like how much it's making and everything, and then he
Wow.
enrolled into those courses, and like those are like really shit, man. Like they are like
I
proper
actually
scam.
I know. I went on the website, and last time we talked about
Yeah.
this on his website, but I looked at his website a little more because it's hard not to look at him right now. He is very sexy in the game right now, and but I was watching his website, and it is all of the standard scam courses. Like one was copywriting, one is
Yeah.
like drop shipping, but then this guy
Yeah.
does drop shipping too. No, this Mr.
Yeah.
He's a interesting.
He has a
Dude, crazy that
reviewed
this
that
guy's
drops.
a scam call out channel. He has 1.12 million hit subscribers.
Yeah.
This guy's basically like
So-
another Steven. Like he's like another Steven Coffee. Like how old is he? He's like 20 or something.
Yeah, he's like 21 or 22 max. Right. He started off from like informatic like tutorial videos, like how to
Right.
do drop shipping and all, and how to like get into side hustles and everything. And now he's switching off to like these kind of like scam videos, right?
So this guy has his
Yeah.
own drop shipping course himself. It's $294. Wow. Okay, we gotta almost review him now. So let's watch him doing Tate, and then we almost gotta review him because I don't know. Drop shipping to me is one of those red flags of like, oh, it's an internet get rich quick scheme, and this guy's selling his for 300.
I made a video about Andrew Tate a couple weeks ago. If you haven't heard of him, honestly, I respect you. Probably means you don't have a social media addiction and have a reasonable screen time. But he's a guy that's been going viral recently for acting up online. My previous video kind of gets into who he is.
I always park in disabled bays.
I'm too smart to read.
I bet you never thought that I was saying.
Now, this video is going to be a slightly deeper look.
He has a rap
He's too
video.
smart. Yeah.
Wow, he has a rap video. We gotta watch that.
Into his scheme, and I want to respond to some of the comments that people left on the previous video, as well as his personal response to my previous video, because I guess he gave it a watch. Hopefully he watched it in his...
The only water I drink is sparkling.
First off, we have to salute Captain Obvious. My previous video was supposed to be me just attending his Hustlers University program, which is his monthly subscription online business course. But I ended up stumbling on some crazy things about him, so the video was a little more than that. The two main concerns that I brought up were, one, he brags about manipulating a ton of presumably young women into the adult industry so that he can...
Yeah, this is fucked up. I
So-
mean, this is where he's a real pimp, dude. He like this is where America, like this is where this whole masculine thing, this is how it's going to backfire. I feel like it's kind of like Donald Trump. He is like Donald Trump in politics, because all these Republicans, they talk about how like we're tough and we're not afraid of cancel culture and we go all the way and we're going to rip. And then he just comes in and he's like a pervert. Like he's not a pervert, but like he's like, you know, it's a lot.
just says-
I feel like people are embarrassed about him. You know what I mean? Like he lies and shit like that too. And then
Yeah,
this
he-
guy,
he-
I think, is like, oh yeah, masculine. Yeah, we want to celebrate masculine, whatever. And then he's like, let me just go all the way with it.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like this alpha male who hides behind like some kind of motivation shield, right? He's like, I just like teach motivation and everything, but actually he's just like saying things that are just crazy enough to get him to the hype, right?
Yeah. He's saying the crazy shit. I mean, it is like a cult. This is like a cult review actually, because he is like, you know, the cult and the scam, they rely on, like, I guess the cult leader is like the con man.
Yeah.
And the con man, I always have to remind myself, the con in con man stands for confidence. So if you just have extreme confidence, you make anything work, you rip and dip, and God is great. Yeah, no, that's the guy. The guy rips.
A few months back, his like Hustlers University has like 50,000 people like signed up for this course, right? $50 a month. That's like 2.5 million right there per month.
Per month?
So like, yeah, per month, bro. 2.5
Wait,
million.
50,000?
Yeah, and this was before the hype that he got, right? Like a month or two ago.
Hold on, $50 a month times 50,000 equals 25 million. No, 2.5 million. Yeah, 2.5 million. Whoo, per month.
Exactly.
That's good
Per
money.
month. And
Man, that's the problem, is that they almost expose the system a little bit. That like you know, this is what
Like
like
he has built like a cult like structure where
yeah, no, the cult structure is there.
say
And I think once you get in, like here's the thing, $50 a month, that's for just online shit. Like when you go in, like all the videos that we saw on his website that were advertising his program, and there's like 50 guys or 20 guys there, those guys must be paying crazy money. Because I know for Dan Pena, that's like $5,000 for the weekend.
Profit
and
off of
he
them?
even
Verifies them.
offers like some
Yeah.
he even offers some like special courses where like you can get to talk to him like by paying like a few $1,000s to get like a 1 hour meeting or anything, right? So like he's scamming people big time.
Yeah. I mean, he came into the manosphere and he basically said, like everyone else in the manosphere is acting like a pimp and acting like an alpha. He did everything though. That's the problem. Is that he became a kickboxing champion, which is
Yeah.
fucking terrifying. And then he became a pimp, which is
Yeah.
equally kind of insane. I mean, was he a pimp? I was telling someone yesterday about it, and they were saying they described it as like they were like it sounds like a WeWork. You remember WeWork where they rented out the studio
Yeah.
spaces or whatever, or like the
Yeah.
office spaces? It's like a WeWork for like OnlyFans girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
he
it's
had like a party where like he had like 70 girls in his house, and they were all going crazy and like drinking and stuff, right? So he
Yeah.
promotes that kind of like he's making his brand like he's some kind of alpha male who get all these girls and everything, right? All these models and all.
Have you ever seen a TV show where you're like you watch a TV show and you're like there's like a bad guy in one season, you know what I mean? And it's like he's so
Yeah.
evil. And then you get to the end of the season and then they have a bad guy that's like 10 times worse than that guy and you're like, what the fuck? Like how did they have another bad guy? Like, oh, the bad guy. It's like in
How can you
Star
talk
Wars,
about
right? You have one
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
guy and then you're like they're like, oh, this was the Death Star. Like the first Star Wars
Yeah.
trilogy was about this Death Star, which is the size of the moon. And then the new series comes out and they're like, the Death Star, it's like this big and like beep, 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 beep. Like the simulation like just makes it like a little dot. And then there's like, now we have the Mega Star, and it's like taking the whole screen. So you're just like, that's what these guys have to. That's the problem with the alpha male scene is that you have to
Yeah.
always be one upping, and you never like think about all the characters we've seen come through this scene. Like we've seen, like just every year, it just goes to show you, right? We are in KALIYUGA because every year a bigger psycho
Yeah.
will come out. There's no end to them. And this
Exactly,
is it. This is
man.
the next iteration. But that's why I
And-
think people like Joe Rogan, because they're the only ones who can call this out effectively. Like, because all these lefty people, they're gonna be like, oh, how could you do this? You're being sexist, and I'm offended. I'm triggered. It's like you gotta fuck with them a little bit.
And like even before like he calls him off, like he had made enough money, like 2.5 million a month. That's like more than enough, right? So I guess like his approach to getting like fame is really great, right? We can really learn from that, right? So like saying just enough crazy thing like so that we don't get cancelled, and like everybody reacts to that, right?
Yeah. I guess that's the main thing. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like, can you keep? You know, it really is like, and that's why I can see why people join something like Hustlers University, because everyone wants to be an influencer right now. And when you
Exactly.
think about like what it takes to be an influencer, it really is like, who doesn't give a fuck? Like it is there does seem to be a little bit of that. Like the thing that always makes you not want to do work or not want to finish something or whatever is there's almost this sense of like, oh, should I say that? Or like, haven't enough people said that already? And should I bother?
Yeah.
Who cares? And like this guy, like any stupid thing comes in his head and he just rips it. They're not even all good. Like, and with the extreme confidence, they
Yeah.
are like half good. Like that's the crazy thing.
Yeah, he
A
plugs
bunch
in
of
that this motivation side to that, right? That what I'm saying is definitely true if you like compare it with like the motivation stuff, right? He portrays the videos like that, right?
Yeah, dude, and it's getting apparently like right now men are extremely frustrated. It's like now's the time if you wanted to make a cult of a bunch of little incels. Now's the time to do it. Men are fucked,
Exactly.
apparently. I mean, the culture's going to shit. So this is why people say, the Hindu says we could be going into KALIYUGA, and these might be the signs of KALIYUGA. Let's see some of these Reddit videos.
So this is Andrew like beating his girlfriend, right?
Yeah, but this looks like some BDSM shit. Dude, girls are freaks, man.
Yeah.
That's all I can say is I said when I
Like
said-
later it came out that it was all consensual and that was like a kink stuff or something, right? Like the girl confessed.
Oh, God, that's weird.
Yeah, man.
Wow, you know, like, here's the thing. I gotta say, in the last, like, 10 years, girls have become, like, freaks. Like, girls are down for choking.
Yeah.
Slap is nothing. Like, I can't believe how many girls have been like, fucking slap me, dude, don't worry. Like, you know, like, don't be a pussy, bro. Just smack it. You know what I mean? But I just feel like if you're a good guy, you're a little bit like, are you okay?
You hesitate
know
a bit, right?
He's like, are you okay? That's a lot. This is like just the fact that he doesn't give a fuck. Oh my God, that's crazy. Like everything I've ever done with girls is because they asked me to, and it's like so acting. You know what I mean? Like this one looks like he's actually hitting the girl.
He
But-
doesn't hold back, right?
Did I say the word?
I have seen girls just be like, go, yeah, it's hard to tell with stuff like this. Because sex is weird, man. It does get aggressive like this. And if it's consensual, it's consensual. I mean, Dave Portnoy had a video like this last year, too. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. And
I mean, why do you want to do that? You know, like, why do you like? It could just be. You just pretend it all. It's all just a pretend. You're not supposed to actually do it. You know what I mean? Like that's always been the thing. Even I remember this girl told me like, she was like, you know, if you press the sides, there's like 2 veins on the sides, and it just makes the face go red, and like that's what you want. You know what I mean? She's just trying to like get a tip of like, it's just a pretend. Like do it.
Yeah.
It's hot. I'm into it, but like it's just a pretend. You press the side. There's 2 veins on the side. Face goes red. God is great. You know what I mean? It's that's as far as you need to go. It is interesting. Like it does seem like this kind of thing for someone who's such an alpha. Because when I think about people who are actually successful, they almost all become sober, like stop drinking. They almost all stop. Not all. I mean, Elon Musk is saying that he's no fap, so great. And they almost all get married, and they almost have this kind of stability to them. You look at even like Andrew Schultz. You know, like that's a reasonable kind of success. When you start getting into like, oh, I'm gonna have a house, I'm gonna pimp all these girls. I don't know, man. What kind of life is that? Like I don't know if that's happy for you or good for society. And I wonder if that's what Hustlers University teaches. But I went to the Hustlers University website, and I gotta say, like, it did have all the standard get rich quick bullshit. Hustlers University. Let me see. Over 50,000 active members. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it right. Oh, here we go. It's almost like every stupid scam. Like he's doing every dumb scam. So here we go. Collaborations and funding opportunities. Wow, dude. So if you join, you know what he's probably doing? What's the crypto, dude? You know what he's probably doing? He's probably being like, hey, if you join the weekend one, then everyone gets a collab with me. Like he does those collabs maybe with them. Like look at these money-making methods.
So you know what he does is
average quick. Oh, look at this. See, I'm talking about that. See that group?
Yeah.
That group, $5,000 each, $3,000 each. Can you imagine you're like some struggling YouTuber and he's like, well, come to the fucking thing. Come to Hustlers Weekend, dude. You come to Hustlers Weekend, you'll get the hits on your fucking channel. You get 4,000 people, new people, and then they'll whatever. You get a shout out from him. But the thing is that his content is so spread thin. I don't think it's gonna pay off.
Yeah, all of his courses, he hasn't made a single one of them, and like his courses are made by someone like you can hire off of Fiverr, right? Like, and the mic
Yeah.
quality is so bad in those courses, like, and whatever they teach is like borderline basic stuff that you can like get from just reading an article for like 5 minutes, right?
I'm surprised he doesn't have real estate. But dude, you know what I saw the other day? The other day I saw Patrick Bet David, dude. Fucking Patrick Bet David. Like just 2 days ago, put out like how to survive in the real estate market class. And it's like, dude, aren't you fucking rich at this point? These guys can't quit. This is the problem with the alpha. The alpha community, they're crazy. This is why people got to support this digital ashram. You got to join this digital ashram. We will never sell you a cryptocurrency. Like, what is this cryptocurrency class? Stocks, e-commerce, copywriting, freelancing. I mean, you know what it is? It's all courses that are like, you do it from your laptop. You do it from your laptop while you're running a side pimping business. I'm surprised he doesn't have the pimping business here.
Yeah,
Where's the OnlyFans?
he's selling that dream basically that you can like work from your laptop on a beach, right? That kind of thing. But that really happens,
God. Testimonials. Just listen to some of the students of Hustlers University 2.0.
Okay, what's up, guys? I thought I'd give a quick review on Hustlers University Part 2. Now, like you, I was probably I was very skeptical at first because I'd seen a few videos of Tate, but when I saw that he was doing a course, I was a bit skeptical, and you probably are as well. But I've been after 1 month.
Wow, dude! It's like, does he teach them how to sell the class? Like, it's just a testimony. Like, there should be a little bit of like just chill to the testimonial, bro. Like why is the testimonial so like, hey everyone, this class is absolutely incredible. You got to buy it. You're probably doubting it, like I was doubting it. Don't ever doubt it. It's actually incredible. You're gonna love the class. You're probably having doubts like me. That's so scripted, dude.
Pleasantly surprised. I think this course is amazing.
Basically,
what's different is
he has his like Discord server where he has like 80,000 people, right? And he just posts on the server like, hey man, I just like this guy made a video about me, right? Like he's like kind of exposing me or something. You go onto that video and comment like positive things about me, right? That kind of things.
So on his Discord, man.
And those people work like sheeps, man. Like they go onto the video and they like, no man, Andrew Tate is like he's like very generous or something, right? He goes. I
wonder if we have anyone in the audience who's like, how come nobody? I guess our audience is too smart. They don't want to say la vie. They sell to desperate and lonely. Everyone wants love and money. Sad. Yeah.
Exactly.
C'est la vie. This is a life. C'est la vie. Bold. Where is my
targeting
classroom? We're gonna make your break, baby. Are Sigma males a real thing? I thought it was something made up by non-alphas. But sorry, go on.
Yeah, as I was saying, like most of the users are basically like 15 to like 18 year olds, right?
Oh, really?
Right now, yeah, because they're right now into the culture, like they gotta like make money or like that they can make money out of forex, cryptocurrency, and that kind of things. So this is where like Tate comes in the picture, right? He sells that kind of dreams that it's not hard. You can do it from your home. You just gotta buy my course, right?
Classic. Look, he's got the screenshots.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the screenshots, people. Are you like, are you stupid? I could see Tate doing a video being like, don't fall for the fucking screenshots. They're fucking fake. I just had a guy on Fiverr to make the fucking screenshots. They're fucking fake. They're bullshit. Like, dude, these are fake screenshots. You
can get these screenshots anywhere, man. Like on the Binance website, yeah.
Dude, I love that like the scam world has its own market now. Fiverr is like a bit of a side market. It's kind of like I remember I saw years ago a documentary about the Pakistan gun market, and it's like you go there like, hey, bruh, come in. It's like going to someone's house in India. You have a cha, and then you go to the back, and they're just like shooting guns out into the mountains. But that's what this is. You go in, and they're like, hey, you want to be con artist? Come inside. Come on, come inside. And it's like, look, we got like they have everything ready for you. They're like, we can make whole course. We can make everything. Like they can do everything for you. I mean, he's obviously doing this in a way that I think is profitable for him. The one thing that he's selling to his fans that like I don't think they understand is that they're paying him like $5,000 or whatever it is. Let's just say if they go for the weekend, or maybe it's $50 a month. If it's $50 a month,
Yeah.
it's still a get rich. It's still like 6 get rich quick classes, is what it is.
And
1, 2, 3,
and after
5 get rich
paying
quick.
after like paying that $50 a month, right? So what he does is he gives out those referral links, right? So like most of the YouTubers, if you like search Andrew Tate on YouTube and the top 3 videos, you can literally see like every one of them is like
Right.
affiliated with him, right?
Yeah, like it's like all my Andrew Tate videos are coming from like Tate University, Tate Speech, Tate. I think I sent
Yeah.
you one today that was like Tate. That was like Tate. Remember the Tate meditation?
Yeah,
Meditation.
I saw it. Yeah,
Dude, he even has a meditation. Someone made that. He didn't make that.
yeah.
Someone made that. That's so fucking crazy. Andrew Tate. Tate Speech, The Drip, Meditation. This is a great video, actually. I really quite appreciate this. It's 5 minutes? Holy shit. Like, who are these people? They're just making videos for him.
Some kind of super fans, right?
Yeah, like I guess this is a brainwash.
Yeah,
Is this Andrew Tate funniest moments? Oh no.
yeah.
wrong one.
Like you gotta play this first clip, right?
Oh, this is the one you sent me. Okay, let's check it.
Yeah, it's muted.
Little electric slap, flat, grab, choke, shut up, hit, sex.
You know, that's just not. It's just not what you want to do. And it's not, you know, like guys are confused.
Yeah,
And sex is a confusing area. And like, listen, everyone is a fucking freak right now. Like, I never in my heart thought of the idea of choking a girl during sex or slapping a girl during sex. That's all shit that girls told me to do. They were like, yo, you gotta fucking slap me. Like, but they tell you and then you do it and it's all a pretend.
yeah.
He's not pretending. He's doing it like that's too hard the way he's doing it. I mean, I don't know. I guess because the Dave Portnoy video was pretty rough too. I mean, it actually wasn't. The Dave Portnoy video looked rough. Have you seen the Dave Portnoy video where he's having sex with a girl? So Dave Portnoy has a video that is obviously just something that looks like rough sex. It just looks like rough sex, but it's not. It's like he just has a leash on, like whatever. It's freak shit, whatever. That looks more consensual. What Andrew Tate just did with that girl, like that's crossing the line. Like even if a girl,
I don't know where he is.
Maybe you should say no. I don't know. I mean, unless they really understand kink, because there is a kink movement. But like, if that's not what it is, like I think you as a very masculine, aggressive guy in the relationship with her, I think you're almost pushing her into doing that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine at that point it's still fun for them. Every time I like I said, there's girls are fucking freaks right now. Like they're down for some fucked up shit like that. But it's all pretend. It's not actual hitting. It's not actual choking. Like it's just all a pretend. It's like we're doing it. It's like if you're hooking up with a girl and then you go like, oh, let's do a situation today. Let's do a situation where you're a madam in a house and I'm the guy who walked in. Like that's cool. That's fun. It's silly. And those are always like weird power dynamic things. But actually hitting a girl, like I just don't see it, man. I don't see like the way he did it. Like it's like you're hitting her actually. But
plus he has made his like public image like he's that kind of alpha male. He doesn't like listen, doesn't give a fuck, doesn't like respect women, right? So it kind of makes it like more of like that the video is really real, right? That he actually hit her.
Yeah. No, he is just no. This is some Eastern European shit, dude. Eastern Europe is fucked. Like we know Western Europe, and then we know like Africa, India, whatever. Like there's issues, whatever. Eastern Europe has always been extremely misogynistic. It's just a thing. It's like all the big porn stars. Like I remember this guy I used to watch called Rocco Siffredi, Pierre Woodman, like all these fucked up porn guys, and like their whole porn genre is like it's like semi-abusive, and it's all like European.
Yeah.
Like Europe has always been this like sex trafficking place, too. Eastern Europe,
Exactly.
not Western. Western Europe is like puts up this image of like we're perfect, whatever. But yeah, Eastern Europe has this issue. It's terrifying, dude.
Little electric, my little plug. Ooh, let me get my little plug and plug it into my Tesla. Maybe I can get an erection one day. Is this the man you are?
Those things.
What's the hate on
Yeah.
fucking Tesla, dude?
He doesn't want to go electric, bro.
Just, dude, the electric cars, they have better pickup than fucking.
Yeah.
Have you driven in one?
No. But like, he's like forming this like this image that like really masculine people drive like muscle cars, like they want to burn the
Big gas
diesel,
guzzling
right?
cars. Like
Yeah.
he's almost saying like, what are you, a pussy? You don't have the money for $5 a gallon of gas? Don't be a bitch, dude. Fucking electric? Dude, electric actually, like all the things that you want out of a sports car, electric does it. Like the thing that you want is the speed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Once you hit max speed, I think the gas cars can go faster than a Tesla. I'm not sure. But acceleration, that's the thing with Tesla. There's no acceleration
Yeah.
curve. So like with the best sports car ever, you're going to have like a zzz, like it's just like a ramp up of speed for
Yeah.
acceleration. Because that's how gas works. It's a thing. It's like a
Mhm.
whatever. With electric, it's not like this, it's like this. So it's like you just go zero, you're at 60. It's like so quick. It's way better. It does what the sports car wants to do. I don't know if the rest of the like I think at max speed, maybe the gas cars are faster. I don't know.
The left try and present. You have to keep things realistic. No.
Years ago, natural
What? I don't even know what that was.
Erection one day. Is this the man you are?
Those things the left try and present. You have to keep things realistic. No.
years ago.
He just says no.
Oh. So his brother is trying to out psycho him.
Yeah.
He's basically his brother's trying to say like, no, you're should I be reasonable and try to argue with left-wing people? Nope.
Straight up no.
Wow, that's cute.
Natural selection and evolution would have taken care of all your fucking retard ancestors, but yet here you are standing in my face saying you don't eat gluten. Yes, you fucking do.
Only a cat.
No, but gluten allergies. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. That is funny because I know some people who have gluten allergy. And I'm like, just maybe you're depressed. I don't know. I think you're just depressed. Like they're like, I don't know. I'm tired. I have no energy. I feel like killing myself. I think I have a gluten allergy. It's like, I think you're just maybe get a therapist. I don't know because it is so light. But no, I see it though. I see it. I feel it a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's a light thing, and it's hard to tell exactly where that is coming from. Interesting. That's funny though.
Cat owning bitch would complain to the police about a fucking joke. Fine, you're upset you lost your cat. Fair enough. Yeah, the joke may have been a little bit, risque. Who calls the police on a fucking joke? Cat owners. Cat owners are liberals. Cat owners believe in hate speech. Cat owners are Democrats. Cat owners are dickheads.
Look like a bitch. No, I'm like these
So-
fucking mask wearers. No.
Dude, I love that he has a
Yeah.
masseuse there, dude. We gotta you gotta figure out how to get a masseuse in here, dude. Like, I love that. I love that he has a masseuse. He's inspirational like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Help me. I walk into hell and the devil's like, "Oh, I'm gonna burn you." So you're gonna do shit. I find myself super funny. I find myself super funny. Imagine I'm in my fucking 6-liter B12 Aston Martin Vanquish. Gets about 10 miles to the gallon max. I'm sitting there. I'm chilling. There's a traffic jam. No big deal. Whatever. Big Daddy Tate, I can handle it. Someone goes, "There's a climate change activist and they blocked the road." What? There's climate change activism, Extinction Rebellion. Yeah, I'll show you an extinction. You're a fat.
Like, one's not even done, and the next one goes, "You're a fat." He's crazy.
Yeah.
This is what you want, conservatives. This is what you want. This is where the conservatives need to take some goddamn responsibility on this. This is what you people want. A fucking psycho, dude. He's crazy.
Ugly sack of shit.
Go to a poor country, no one's depressed. If they have food and their family members are alive, they're all laughing and dancing. Africans ain't even got roofs on their houses. Every time you fucking look
Sick, dude. I like this. Why are they wearing like real legit Western
at that
underwears?
country, they non-stop dancing around. I ain't dancing around like that ever. I'm never that happy. What the
Dude,
fuck
they
is that?
have like clothes there, right? They can wear that.
But they can be what?
They have clothes there, right?
They do. I guess they just bought. I guess underwear has. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I mean,
Yeah.
why wouldn't they have underwear?
Happy about.
I mean, if you're a really good friend, no, not even if you're a friend. You bet. If you're my friend, you just can't be a pussy. Well, I had a heart attack. Get the fuck up. And the most annoying thing about this,
You have a heart attack, get the fuck up, huh?
Yeah, dude. Kind of reminds me of Jocko. This is Jocko Willink. It is like these new characters keep coming out. Like as society, it seems like as society is devolving, like we're going into like more economic issues, climate changes, all these things. It's like the suffering creates these new fucked up characters. Like the trauma, it just creates a new character. Like out of Iraq, I think came Jocko Willink. He's a bit of a psycho, I think. You got Goggins. Goggins is a great guy, though. Goggins is a great guy, I think. Jocko is like at this point, I guess, a nice guy. Like I think back then he just killed a guy in Iraq and said fuck it, or one of his soldiers. What's the word? Allegedly. This guy though, like on the alpha male, like be aggressive. Oh, Jordan Peterson is like doing the spiritual aspect of being an alpha.
Yeah.
Like he's really diving in the depths of like, no, alpha. Like this is Jordan Peterson's fault. It's like you are setting up the culture. Be like, don't be such a pussy and be against this. We need this. We need this masculinity. We need this power. And then this guy goes, yeah. We need it. If you're
fat cunt, is that when he's DJ, he MCs. And when he MCs, all he says over and over again is, oh my God.
Okay. Bodybuilding.
That's only one DJ that pissed you off, dude. That's not some relatable. Oh yeah, don't you hate when all the DJs? They don't all do. Oh my God, they all have their own lines.
It's a beauty pageant where dudes try their best to put on muscle so other dudes can say you're the best looking dude. It's gay. It's super gay. I said, tell them it's gay all the time. It's not gay. It's hard work, dedication, blah blah blah.
Some of history's greatest and most influential
Wow, this is so well shot.
men have been cigar smokers. Sir Winston Churchill, Jack Nicholson, and of course, Hannibal
And
Smith.
he compares him to like Winston Churchill, right? That he smokes cigar, I smoke cigar, we are the same way. Bro, the audacity on him.
Long, cold, long.
Yeah, what do you think of Winston Churchill as a guy from India? I mean, you know, we got to get into Sri Lanka in a second, but Sri Lanka is about to head into a starvation things like this has happened in India, but Churchill let 4.5 million people in India starve during World War II for no reason. Like he was an asshole. We glorify him, but he was an asshole. But what do you think? What do you think? Because I have family in India who loves Churchill.
So these kind of things, they were never taught to us like in our textbook, you know, like it was always like, it was always like some political leader from our country went to Europe and just talked it out, right? Went to Germany, like talked it out, and like we got like some military and everything, right? So because like we were still under the British control, right? So during World War II, our own like leaders, they were like making a military of some sorts, like fighting against like the British rule, right? So the British wasn't that much like influencer at that time because they were like busy with the war and everything. So yeah, man, like if you ever like deep dive into this history lessons, you'll find people on YouTube that are like too much aggressive about that, right? Like they are like, those Britishers, like they are evil and they shouldn't have done that. Like we should like get some payback in returns and everything, right?
Yeah, it's like
So
a new
I'm cool
thing.
with
My
it,
family in India like loves. They almost say, "Oh, the Brit." You might get 50. There's like 30% of people are like, "Oh, the British, they should come back." That's what even I have uncles. My dad was saying that towards the end, but it's a more conservative view.
Yeah,
bring them back. What are we doing? That's what my dad. He's like, "What are we doing? Nothing. Stupid." Like, dude, they took all the money.
Yeah.
Chris M says, Amish grow up. What the fuck? Chris M, what do you mean? I'm from Eastern Europe. You're spot on. Police and women paid off. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. This is a life. Let's see. Tate equals goat. We got a Tate equals goat, goat, and then we also have more and more. I realize Andrew Tate is a living Republican meme from Daryl Hulse. Daryl, thanks. I can't believe how many people buy into this Tate guy. I know, right? This is actually a great compilation.
Lonely night. She's saying, I don't care if you're a rocket scientist. I don't care if you're a businessman. I don't care how successful you are. I don't care about nothing. I need dick. Because if I'm kept warm, dick's right. On a long, cold, lonely night, any night. Basically, I'm a hoe. I need dick. That's all I'm interested in. What planet is this?
Jesus.
They're on the radio back and forth. And I heard the little one, the little hijabi one, say, oh, maybe we need a male officer. Basically saying we can't arrest this dude. So these two little women who can't arrest me, but threatening to. Can't chase anyone, but telling me I have to fucking sit still. So I said, okay, I agree. This is my public declaration. I got my phone out and start recording. I wish I still had this fucking video. This is my declaration. I agree. I will not chase the car. I'm saying now I'm free to go. I'm not a criminal. I'm free to go. I will not chase the car. And they were like, they knew I was lying. They were like, he's going to go chase the car.
Are we gamblers?
Wow. This is...
Yeah, man.
This is Eastern Europe. This is some hard ass shit, dude.
Yeah.
This is some like Russian shit, Eastern Europe shit. Dude, I feel like India has this too. Like when I went to India, there's aggressive people, and then Canada has it too. But it's like I guess it's just less. The more you know, like the harder. It's almost like the harder life gets. It's like the more you have characters like this.
Yeah, like in these like developing nations like India, like there are people like who threatens like they gets in fight on the basis like their brother or like someone from the family is in a political party and they can get you arrested or something like that, right? So yeah, they boast on that.
Wow, geez. Jacob Bruce says, lol, I'm kidding. Oh, so you don't think he's the GOAT? Okay. Andrew Tate must have had some seriously emotionally damaging experience to become such an attention-seeking weirdo. Yes, this is trauma, and that's why we can't forgive him. We listen. We're gonna find the angle on forgiveness on this. Andrew Tate, cult leader. Let's go. Let's put that as a ticker.
Where's your mask?
What do you mask?
Mask.
What do you mask?
No, it just tastes really good.
Let me tell you a secret, Luke. I'll kick the motherfucking fuck out of you.
Sure, I know you said money isn't real, but I am getting fucked.
Bro, he has so much money and he's just gambling on that machine, right? Why don't go to like a poker table, right?
Wow, I just love that. His joke is like he just takes a stack of hundreds and he throws it at the guy. That's so silly. What a silly guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's having fun. That's the thing. He is having fun.
You thick fucks. Beer break.
Garden.
Exactly.
And that was the only time
That was the
today
only
that people have
time.
been talking behind each other's back. This guy's a liar.
That was the only time.
Listen, bro, just don't talk to me right now,
Let me just
okay?
say 5
heated.
words and I'll walk off if you want, yeah?
Why would you come in here and start like that, though? Why wouldn't you introduce yourself and then tell us tomorrow or
respectful.
something? Be
Okay,
respectful.
you're a
Because you come into
respectful guy.
here, you came into here and we called 8 of us snakes.
Yeah, of course.
You didn't even tell us your name. All you did was go, 8 of you are snakes.
Stood up. Just stood up really.
Wow. This guy's
Just
ready for
doesn't
the rip.
hold
all
back,
the
yeah.
time. God damn.
Quick. And as I stood up, he shat himself and dropped his pen. I stood up and he went and dropped his pen. This is these are your masters. You mess with
The Western world is fucked, people. This is what Russia's doing.
Yeah.
And like Eastern Europe is basically like, listen, man, things are getting fucked here. We're ready to fight. Y'all are pussies. You can't fight? We can fight. That's like the last thing that's left now in Eastern Europe. It's like this is why, as a culture, though, we have to bring everyone out of poverty, because if you don't help people come out of poverty, they're gonna get fucked up and be like, okay, well, I'll kill you now. I don't care.
There's a lot of like misinformation about like what's good and what's not, right? So people often like see like people obviously like will follow someone who is like popular, who has like a proper course, who's making such promises that he'll make you like a millionaire and like get you girls and everything, right? So people obviously are gonna follow him. Those that don't know much about like what's good and what not on the internet, right?
Yeah, you're gonna fall for it if you're feeling weak and you're feeling like, because people just need confidence so bad. So that's the thing. That is the most powerful brainwashing tool, is the confidence.
With me, you're gonna learn something. Hey, I ain't ready for the big man slap. I got a big hand. I'll bust their jaw with the bottom of my hand, and the top of their head will feel the sting from the fingers, like the whole boom.
Jesus.
Bruh.
This is not a good way to live life. Who put this Andrew Tate funniest moments? That's not even funny. That's just like he's explaining the slap mechanics.
Yeah.
A, things I'm happy to show, and B,
he doesn't do anything illegal. It's fine. Film anything, Dave. He told me it's fine. He told me it's okay. He said it's all right. So just follow us around.
They are like so.
I want to see every edit before it goes
So
out.
Bolt is asking like he's never heard of this guy Andrew Tate, like before the stream. Like, how does he come across your radar, right?
Bolt. Well, Bolt might be one of these people who's pretending like Andrew Tate. I never heard of him. Really? Bolt is Hustler University student number 1. I bet he's in the university. That means. What is he talking about? Oh, trending where? I never heard of him. Come on. Even Andrew Schultz talked about him.
Then it's going to be all right if you agree that you can't make changes.
No, I want to see every edit before it goes out. I want to make it very, don't be taking the piss and just trying to make me look like a cunt. Because that's the last
Too easily done.
Is it cold in Romania?
Yes, Dave. It's cold in Romania. Where they put that cling film around it. Why?
It's to prevent people from putting stuff in your suitcases and taking stuff out of your suitcases.
But who's going to put shit in your suitcase after you check it in?
It's people that work at the airport. They smuggle drugs by putting it in people's suitcases, and then a person at the other side.
I'm sorry, James. I do not believe that shit for a second. Never.
He's so funny, dude. He's so funny, dude.
And he has like 100% conviction in his character, right? That like whatever he's doing is totally cool, right?
It's just I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Wow, dude. He's just got like, what is that knife?
Non-stop. Hi. Nice to meet you. Fuck Australia. And secondly, that's not nice. Secondly, I believe should be allowed to have weapons.
The army and the Navy police.
The army and the police.
The ones who aren't racist.
Okay. I want you to listen to a song.
The ones
and
who are
every
racist.
11 to 12 seconds, say, "Oh my God," over it. And after an hour, I guarantee you feel like murdering someone. But the French are weird. One dude, he must have been about 50, got naked, then go on the dance floor and just like start to dance. Just like, why? 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 Why would you do that? Why would you get completely naked? If you want to dance, just like, why would you get completely naked and just to go do your shit dancing? They don't eat gluten. I need you to do something for me. You have to make sure that no one ever says that again. So what happens is you're standing there and they say, "Oh, I don't actually eat gluten." Get in the cage. I'll show you what.
It's a good bit to be like, oh, I don't think.
Yeah.
Toxic is. Your wife could watch from somewhere in the back. This is Romania. We got beautiful women now. It's gonna be like hot chicks around. She has to be in a burqa or something.
Shit, fucking Tate University. Hustlers University, CobraTate.com. Shit, dude, let's join it up, dude. This guy rips. This guy's got the he's got the rips. That's the thing. He's in.
Yeah, man. Like, even if you see his Instagram, it's all like once there was like his case, like Romanian police got to his house, like.
Yeah.
And Romanian police got to his house for like he was like in some sort of scandal, right? In like human trafficking, and like later on he like posted a pic of him being in a room full of cops that they are interrogating him. Like it was obviously a fake setup, but like he's too cocky with this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I think I saw that one. Yeah. He has the fake, like, oh yeah, they got me. Fuck you guys. Yeah. Yeah, we got to get that clip. This is the big debate that he had with XQC. Or no,
So,
he
yeah,
was on
this is-
Aiden Ross's show.
Yeah. So this is where he got like his big break, right? Like after this podcast, he was like all over the place, right? And if you see like this podcast, like he's shirtless and he's getting a massage while doing the podcast, right?
Yeah, that's fucking badass.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's pretty gangster. Yeah, fucking guy, dude. We got to get the women can't drive.
Let me
one.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the clown that hides from gay people?
No.
Of course you haven't. All right, I'll follow you back. You've never seen him, no?
No. What the fuck?
You've never seen the clown that hides from gay people?
No.
Not once?
No. No. What the fuck? No.
All right, cool. All right, that's it. That's all I had to know. So I just got to make sure I keep my distance. It's fine. I'll follow you, but don't get any ideas because.
Wait, have you ever seen the clown that hides from gay people? I have not seen the clowns.
You've never seen the clown that's hiding from the gay people. You've never seen him. It's fine.
Oh, I get what you're doing. You're saying I'm a clown.
No, I'm not saying you're a clown. You're not the clown. There's a clown that hides from gay people, and you've never seen him, clearly.
What's that joke? I don't get it.
Yeah. So basically, like he's asking, like, have you seen the clown who hides from gay people? So he's saying no. So obviously, like he's gay, right? That's the joke.
Oh, so the joke is you're gay.
Yeah.
You know the problem is that I don't even think it's an insult to be gay anymore. And I for years now, wow, that's such a dumb old joke, dude. That's like a joke from the 80s, man.
Yeah,
don't worry
man.
about it. If you're gay, it's fine. You don't have to be like that. But sorry, you're gonna say something?
No, nothing. You can play the clip.
It's so bubbly, dude. How do you drink that shit?
Don't be scared of bubbles, bro. Come on.
It's actually really not sparkling water. It's real water, but my friend just put his nut in it. That was a joke. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I mean, like, I guess that's funny to you youngsters, I guess. I don't know. Is that like a kid's joke or something? I don't find that very funny, but that's
Sorry.
fine.
It won't happen again. I know. Now that's where we draw the line. I get it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
You just did a joke about have you seen the clown that hides from gay people?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's a double standard. It's a homophobic standard.
Andrew,
That's the world.
Andrew, I have like a lot of friends around me. They're like good friends. Don't get me wrong, like, they're real friends, but like they're incredibly like.
Did he make him take his shirt off or something?
Yeah, for the whole podcast, like Aiden Ross was just like agreeing to everything that Tate was saying, right? So he was like kind of being like a suck up or something, right?
Yeah, he's being such a stuck up. So he took his shirt off too.
Yeah, like because you know why? Because like this live stream got like 263,000 something live concurrent viewers. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so that's the thing.
It's all about collabs, you know. Collabs are big.
Yeah.
The right collab just hits the market in the right way. It's like going viral. Every clip from this collab is becoming a short and a clip, and
so much potential. Like they can be big, they can be getting rich, all this shit, bro. But like they choose not to. So, but it's really hard because I love them. They're my friends, and I came up with these guys, and they're so entertaining. I love them, they're my brothers. But like,
I understand, but you have to. But there's something that's always kind of confused me. When I tell people that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, everyone agrees. They go, "Yeah, that's probably true." And the 5 people you spend the most time with, that's what you're gonna end up like. They say, "Yeah, that's true," and then they continue to hang around with people who they don't want to be. Why?
I guess that's good advice. That's nice, but
damn, it's your 3rd cigar. Holy.
Wait. You think 3 cigars are gonna damage the top G?
No, I never said that. I was like, damn, that's a lot.
You think that's a lot?
I'm just saying, bro. Like, damn, you could take a lot.
Yeah, just saying, but be careful what you can say.
Sorry, Top G.
Carry on.
Jesus, these are real conversations. He's like bullying him.
I love you.
Bro, it's been epic.
man.
Cheers, G. It's been good.
All right, peace.
Cheers, bro.
I love that guy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This might be my best stream I've ever had in my entire life, bro.
Wow. Part of it is because the hits are so high.
Why are you drinking that
Yeah,
shit, bro? On the street. Right here in front of everyone. What is that? Some soy caramel double sugared up.
It literally is. It's soy milk and shit.
Bro, where's the E-slap?
Wait, you don't like coffee?
I like coffee, yeah, the same way I like it, like I am, like brown, hot, and strong. What are this old Starbucks, bro? What are you doing to yourself? It's poison. That shit got more calories than a meal.
That's good advice. That's true.
My mind is always on the
This is like a rom-com. They made a rom-com out of them.
Where's my frame to hide here by this night?
Wow, this is so cute.
Stars all over the sky.
It just shows you how much people need like an older sibling or something, you know?
Yeah.
This is what Joe Rogan is for like a whole generation. Like he's like a big brother.
Hides my beauty
So nice.
inside. Oh, what a beautiful life here. This time I know where I have to pull myself in
Wow.
down this road. I'm a diamond made necklace because it's me that I chose. And I'm nobody.
Yeah, right. This is like back in like.
Aiden's a bad.
Thanks, Ava.
You're welcome.
And me and the chat agreed that Aiden isn't very good at being a man anyway, so I think he should go with for it.
Hey, Andrew, what the fuck are you talking about? You just told me I'm drinking my carbonated water.
Come on.
You can go get your phone. It's my show. Don't worry.
Mr. Tate?
I'm on my phone.
Mr. Tate, am I allowed to use the restroom real quick?
No, shut up and sit down. You can,
Come on.
You can go get your phone. No problem.
Okay, so she can get up and get her phone, but I just can't take a 30-second piss.
Correct.
I'm on my phone. From my stream.
What? Why is he doing this? I was like, oh, okay, well.
For the views.
This is
I want all the people, all the feminists watching who want to go cancel people. Go cancel this guy because I can tell he get. Don't try and cancel me.
What?
I don't give a.
What the?
There. Cancel me. I do not care. I don't care. I exist outside of the matrix. No one can damage me. Doesn't matter. You can. I don't even have an account. What are you gonna do? Ban me? I don't even have an account.
I do.
Ban this guy.
No!
He's a misogynist.
What the?
He is a misogynist.
What are you?
I can't believe what you just said.
What are you doing?
Misogynistic. Feminists. It's people like him that are keeping women back. That's the reason you don't have high-paying jobs.
Whoa!
Rover,
Andrew!
It's 100% this guy. I can't believe you're saying this.
Yeah, man.
What the?
And then he just smokes a cigar.
Welcome to the world of no Discord account. You'll be like me with a bunch of unknown numbers for an account you just signed up for.
Yeah, except this is my income. You have income in thousands of other things.
That's what you have for being a brokey, bro. That's how the world.
Bro, like I think like Aiden is like kind of promoting this guy, right?
Yeah, no, this is an interesting thing that you just found, actually. I didn't realize until I watched this. Is basically like, yeah, he's building his audience, kind of bullying a younger guy. And this is like a standard tactic of like of like bullies. Like they get like younger people and they're like, hey, idiot, do what I say and fucking shut up and whatever. And they force the guy to do their work, kind of. It is a little bit it's a little bit like in high school or whatever, like or not in high school, in like in school, it's like getting a younger person to do your homework. It's like this guy did all the homework, and then Tate is being like, okay, promote it to your fans. Hey, stupid, go promote this shit to your idiot fans. I have to hit the washroom though, but I'm gonna I'm gonna play this. You go, I'll be back very quick, okay?
Oh, sure.
Okay, rip it, dude.
Disgusting.
You're scared of bubbles?
No, it doesn't even hydrate you.
Of course it hydrates you. It's water. What do you think? Water doesn't hydrate you? You're scared of bubbles? Scared of bubbles? Freaking boy.
But you can't.
Wondering why you have no motivation to do a single.
Oh, it's like,
At 21
like
years
just
old,
harassing
I'm
the guy.
making money and all the time on Earth.
He's just like in it for the views, right?
Thank you. I think dogs are better than humans. You like cats?
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you. I like you. I hate cats.
So this is like his story. Like he has like a pit bull or something, right? So he has like a neighbor who she's like 15, 16 years old, and her cat went into his house, and his pit bull ate it, right? And he never told her about it, and he just talked about it in a video. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, but it's not like I whispered in her ear, "Hey, do that," or have a gun to your head. Like she did that herself. You know what I mean? Like I didn't.
Because you guided her into it.
When he messaged me to go on the show, I said, bro, I saw what you did with Emily, and I'm not really comfortable doing the show. I saw the same thing.
Andrew, you didn't even know what. You didn't even know what I did.
A man that's standing up for me. Thank you already. Already, this is gonna be good.
You're a man, baby. I'll stick up for you,
Right.
ride or die. I ain't gonna let him do this. I'm here for you. I'm gonna let him get away with these things. Don't worry about
What is not wrong with what Tate is saying, bro? Like he's just being this kind of like alpha male, like who just like rules over everyone, right? So like that's first of all disrespectful, and secondly, like bro, that's not how you build up a community, right? So like if you even see like his Discord server has like 80,000 people, right? But I don't think like anyone like really respects him, right? I see like what you're getting at, like he's like an alpha male, like he like has his like influence over other people, but that's not what you actually want, right? That is not what like gives you happiness or something, right? That is just like bossing around, being a bully, right? So that is what is wrong with this guy. Yep.
The card than the females.
I think it depends. Like Andrew, I don't know how to park.
Had to leave, I just couldn't bear to stay.
Bro, yeah, it's
I was back
cringe.
in this place for me anyway. I wanna
So
see
much.
what's hiding across the sea. There's something out there for me. Take a train, ride a cab, catch a flight. Travel daytime into the night.
Wow.
All alone, grab a bag.
It really is like a young guy looking for direction, and then this guy comes in. It's like he doesn't have the fault, but it is like if we built up this channel and then some alpha just started bullying us and be like, put me on the fucking channel, put me on the show, put me on the show. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And pay crazy amounts of dumb programs. Wow, this is actually a great cult secret that we are revealing here. This is like a cult secret for real, because basically it's like this is what cults do. Like it's actually so fucking brilliant. It's like, why build a channel with hard work and content and all this shit? It's like, let me just get a young idiot, and he's got a bunch of younger idiots following him. And if I get, and I'll just bully him and tell him what to do. Like, it's so funny how, you know, it reminds me of like, have you ever watched a nature documentary where, like, I remember I saw these bonobos. They're like these monkeys.
Yeah.
And the voiceover was saying, like, the younger monkey was trying to become a student of the older one. And they're both boys.
Okay.
They're not gay. It's like a younger monkey, and it's so cute, dude. It's a baby little monkey in Japan. And the older one. And the first day he's like, the young buck needs someone. He's looking for direction. And the guy's like trying to play with the older monkey, and the older monkey's like pushing him off. He's like, get out of here, fuck you, whatever. And then like a week later, something happens. Like there's like a fight. There's like some attack, like a coyote. I don't know. Something happens. It's like a week later, and then the younger one, he like gets in the way and he like scares the thing off. And then after that, the older monkey was like, okay, I'll take you on. And then they became best friends, dude. It's just like this. It's like like there's like bullying. There's like, you're not good enough. You're a piece of shit, whatever. And then at some point in the documentary, it switches, and the older monkey and the little monkey, and they're like playing, dude. He's like biting him, and like they're like playing with each other, whatever. But he's like, but the voiceover is like, with his guidance, with his guidance, Mo will learn to be a man and stand on his feet, and maybe one day lead the tribe himself. Like it's like this natural thing. It's kind of what I see so much of that here, where this older guy, he's like, I don't want to go and fucking figure out YouTube and all this shit and build a following, and I got to get one guy at a time, whatever. then let me just pimp this idiot. This dum-dum has the audience, and it's a bunch of dum-dums like him. Holy shit, dude. Aiden Ross. And then Aiden Ross, though, is like, yeah, I want to be a psycho like you, daddy. I want to be like you, baby. And they love each other. That's the thing. What are you gonna say?
He's ready to get disrespected from him, right? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, every insult is like, yes, Babaji, you are right. I'm so full. I'm a very cock, Babaji. I'm so sorry, Babaji. Like it is like in like old Zen monasteries, they would have Gurujis like the older Guruji, like they'd hit them in Zen monasteries. They'd hit the younger kids, but then it eventually becomes a relationship of like, it's like just fucking get married. Then it's like you're doing the same shit with your Babaji. What the fuck, man? People are crazy. This is nuts. He's like, I need a mentor. This younger guy, so dumb, Aiden. Oh, it's another one. Aiden and Tate's IQ. It's such perfect music because if you play this music over any two people doing anything, it just looks like they're falling in love. They're like in a romp.
Yeah.
In fact, this is going live on the internet, so I hope my
listen to this.
My neighbors, she's only about 16, some 15, 16-year-old girl lives a couple houses away.
Yeah.
Hope she ain't watching because she was looking for a cat the other day and my pit bull ate it. So
oh God, you're talking.
I put a sign up. I put a sign up on my wall. I've got a really big house with a really big like compound. I got armed guards outside, full mafioso, right? And I got like 10 dudes strapped at the gate, blah blah blah. And I put a sign up. Cats don't come inside. But cats are such arrogant little. I read the sign and thought, this guy. Because cats think there's something, right? Either they're too stupid. Listen, there's one of two scenarios. They're either too stupid to read or they're arrogant and ignored me. Either way, they deserve what's coming to them.
For sure.
So I thought cats were fast, but it turns out pit bulls are faster. I can't believe a pit bull caught the cat, but he caught it, ripped it to shreds. And then the neighbor just walking around going, oh, kitty, kitty, kitty. I was like,
oh, bro. Is that a true story?
Yeah. Like, I don't know, but like he tells it.
That's weird, man. Yo, your audio it's almost like the gain slowly pulled up and it's back in the ocean mode again. But let's continue this.
Is it good now?
I promise you, Andrew.
It sounds like oceanic. It's like we're in the source energy. It's fine. I mean, we'll figure it out.
I swear on everything I love, on God, on everything I love, bro. I will actually get in the gym. I will work out, bro. I promise you. Okay.
What is this? He's like, what? He's like your Babaji. He's like, I will work out. I promise. I will fix it.
I'm not gonna let you down, bro. Not even myself.
Good. If you turn up and you don't look in shape, the next stream is you and me. We're gonna box.
Good. I mean, I'll do that regardless with you.
Cool. Let's do it. So let's do that. We can sell some tickets. We do a Jake Paul thing.
He's gonna. Oh my God. So imagine he actually gets in the ring and beats him up. What is he talking about? Why isn't he saying like, no, I don't want to fight.
For the cloud.
Shit. Tate the GOAT, no cap. Calvin Picorni. Men need responsibility and purpose to thrive. Jordan Peterson. Yeah, but this is not. I don't think Jordan Peterson would even support. This is a lot. This is basically like. Yeah. This is again. It's like Jordan Peterson is talking the talk, and then this guy's walking the walk. Like Jordan Peterson saying like the boys need to be more dangerous, and it's like this is what you want, you fucking psycho. This guy's a pimp, dude. He did a WeWork for fucking OnlyFans girls in his house. I know you wouldn't be happy if your son did some shit like that. He would be like, oh, my son's running. He's a dangerous man. Dan Bilzerian's a scammer too. I know a girl from the city who was paid to play his girlfriend. All the girls are rented. C'est la vie. I've heard that. I know one girl, apparently she's like a model. She was like one of the models who worked on the boat for a bit and super hot, whatever. But she was just like, yeah, she just came out of it like $15,000 in debt, and now she's at Walmart working off the debt. Because she was like 18 when she went, and the guy doesn't pay for anything. He's just like, yeah, you can just come party on my boat, whatever, just get here, whatever. So you pay to go, and then you spend a month just being in this guy's videos, hanging out, partying, whatever. But he doesn't pay the girls anything, and it's really up to you to go there and get your like go there and hustle your Instagram. Like that's kind of maybe he doesn't teach them properly. Because if he told them, then I think they would maybe do that. Like I don't think obviously this girl didn't do that. Like she wanted to be a model. She took some pictures with him. He was nonstop taking the pictures too. So I guess she could just pull his pictures and be like, this is me. But maybe she just didn't pop off, whatever. Maybe she wasn't promoting it. I don't know. But she's working at a Walmart now, paying off like, she just went like probably $10,000, $15,000 in debt. Because she would say that they would go to party. And then from there, the guy would be like, okay, we're going to Bali. And then she's like, oh, fuck. Like, oh, get to Bali. And she's already partying, hanging out. She's like, oh, fuck, I got to figure out. Okay, yeah, I'll just put on my credit card. Whatever. I'll be rich after this. Stupid. He didn't date her. They met somewhere and there was a photo. They denied they got together. Okay. Raziel the Great. OFC, Peterson's daughter would be attracted to a douche. LOL. I mean, she just did a podcast with him. I don't think they banged or anything. Benjamin Supernoski. Jordan Peterson is an ivory tower psychologist. He says good stuff in theory, but practice produces Tate. Wow. Benjamin with the rips, dude. Benjamin with the rips. Tate is hyperbolic, but it produces Tatean mentalities. Yeah, he is this is well, Trump too. That's the fucked up thing with Peterson and with Joe Rogan is they're calling Trudeau a fascist. Like they're saying Trudeau is a fascist and he needs to be stopped. Are you fucked? Look at your guy. But I mean, Joe Rogan, to his credit, did say he wouldn't put on Trump. That was actually good. So you know what? Forgiveness on that. He's like on both. He called Prime Minister Trudeau a tyrant, but he also said, I don't want to put Trump on because Trump's a psycho. So that's good, and that's even. C'est la vie. You don't know how any of these people live off screen. The magic of social media. Yeah. Exactly. A real millionaire doesn't need to sell courses to poor people over YouTube. Come on now. Yeah. No, listen, our comment section is doing the karmas for us here. This is fantastic stuff. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, man, and he just like he's like, buy my course, like everything will be fine, right? That kind of mentality is like obviously like he doesn't have that much money that he's boast about, right?
He's very aggressive, so he just wants to make more and more and more money.
Yeah.
Like I gotta say, it is inspirational. Like Peterson, like I do find myself being like, here's the thing. There is a need for some kind of a masculine resurgence, maybe. Even the whole, like that whole movie series that came out, the Marvel Universe one, like the real banger movie series that came out, where they're all superheroes and all this shit. Marvel Universe or DC Universe? It's Marvel Universe. Like leading up to like all these movies with like Mr. Marvelous or whatever the fuck. What is his name? No, the one with Thanos. The series with Thanos. Apparently that whole Infinity Wars. But that whole, apparently like the whole saga of that universe, and really you could say they're writing America's like mythology, a lot of people are saying.
Yeah.
Their whole message is that there is no good men, kind of. Like these men are all having daddy issues. They're all not taking responsibility. They need to stand up and fight back and do a thing. And like, I guess it's almost like, maybe Jordan Peterson does warn about this, where he's like, because part of what he teaches is like, if you don't have a little bit of aggression, you're going to get taken over by a Tate speech. Like the country's just going to be run by fucking Tate. You can't, what do you do with this? He's a psycho, dude. In real life, in a practical setting, like in this society that apparently is like run by a bunch of like liberal pussies, there is some truth to this. Like they can't stand up. Even forget about liberal, dude. You look at Trump, right? The conservatives, they act tough. As soon as someone a little tougher than them comes, like Trump comes in, and they all say, "Daddy, you're daddy." They can't. To this day, they can't stand up to him. They can't. The Republican Party is just like we can't. They almost like just rip the liberals just because it's like, well, you guys are pussies. We can tell you to stop being pussies. And like all this stuff, like they're trying to impeach Trump, or like not impeach, but like the whole charging him on January 6th.
Yeah.
The whole conservative mentality is like, just leave it. You guys are crybabies. You're all triggered, crybaby. Just leave it, whatever. Because of that, he's gonna come back in 2024, and he's gonna. It's like, it is a lot like this relationship where you look at this fucking idiot, this Aiden Ross, he wants to be pimped, or like
Yeah.
it's like he wants to be a pimp. So he wants to be like, well, the way to become a pimp is like, I'm being pimped, and by getting pimped, I'll learn how to pimp. Like I think that's what he's doing or something.
Yeah. He's just basically like,
yeah.
He's just like he's just getting Andrew Tate on his like podcast because like Andrew Tate like says some crazy things, right? And obviously Aiden's not gonna like do that, right? Because he has like fear of being cancelled, right? So
well,
he made his
Aiden's a
podcast,
silly
like,
guy. Because you remember the
Yeah.
Coffeezilla series where he was talking about Aiden Ross was maybe caught up in some scam too. Like this Aiden Ross guy, he really is lacking maybe some moral character. Like he's already to build his audience, dude. Like the things that Aiden has done to build his audience, it's actually really sad if you take that into account. Now Tate Speech is gonna come in and just fucking own it. Like this idiot kid worked very hard and like really humiliated himself. Like there's videos of him on the internet in his underwear. Just underwear, and being like, "Oh, I'm a silly baby. I'm a silly baby." Like, there's all kinds of weird shit. Are you? Yo, is someone doing puja over there?
Oh yeah. It's actually like 6 a.m. right here, right?
Oh wow! So your parents are doing the puja. You're the
Yeah.
And God is great. Very good, very good. Raise the vibration. That's good. But dude, yeah, like this guy works so like he humiliated himself for like the past 5 years to build this following. He's really struggled to make this, and now Andrew Tate is just gonna come in and be like, "Hey, idiot, you're gonna work out. You're gonna do this. Next time I see you, you don't start working out. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." Come on, dude. You're gonna. It's too much, dude. You're gonna beat the shit out of this guy. Tate's the kind of guy, though, he'll go through with it and he'll be like, I'll make a fucking man out of him. He'll be my, you never know, he could, because there's so much hits in it. They can make it like a documentary. It's like a whole reality show of him bullying this idiot kid. And then maybe over time, him becoming tough. But I think what's going to happen is that he won't. You can't do this. You're some part of you, Aiden. You're not a psycho, dude.
Andrew, can I just say something?
Such a pussy, dude. Can I say something? Yeah. Andrew, can I just say something? Come on, man.
I've been streaming for a very long time. We're about to peak my most viewers ever had. My previous peak was Blueface, the rapper.
Who the f- is Blueface? I don't know these people. Who is Blue? Is his face blue?
No.
He tattooed it up to here, though. He's great.
So he's a liar.
Well, I think he's, Chad, why do they call him Blue? I think it's because he's.
Unnecessary insult to Blueface. Him and Blueface face would be friends. Dude, Blueface is like, I think, kind of abusive to women too, actually. It's too bad because I think Blueface, I've seen a bunch of videos. To his Instagram, he goes to the strip club with cash and then he throws it at hookers, but he like throws it at their head. Like he'll take a stack of cash and be like, here, bitch, here, bitch, here, bitch. That's what Blueface is on Instagram. Him and Tate would be friends, actually, if they meet each other.
Black coffee. Okay. So is that what you drink for energy? Coffee? Black coffee?
I don't need energy because the cosmic rays from the sun, they come at me and I don't allow them to penetrate my skin because I'm too strong. But what I do is I grab them. What I can do is I can grab the rays from
now he's doing meditation.
The universe and I ingest them.
Now he's doing meditation. This is a great Babaji.
Grab them with my hand and I stare at them and I take them in through my eye.
Yes.
And retinas absorb the photons. Do you understand?
I'm buying
that's how you get your energy?
I'm buying it.
That's how I get my energy. Correct.
Called photosynthesis. You get your energy from the sunlight.
Well, I'm not a plant. I'm solar powered. I'm not.
That's actually a good twist ending. That's almost like a sketch, because like by the end, like it has like an arc to it. Like it started off with him being like, "I get the sun and I get the," and he's like, "You're a plant." It's basically calling him a plant is calling him a pussy. Not a plant.
Yeah.
I get the power from the sun and I'm solar powered. I take the rays, I turn them into fucking bitch. I'm not a plant. Like I'm not a pussy. Plant. That's so silly, dude. What a silly little sketch these two. You know what? The chemistry's good though.
Yeah.
Will I really die?
Yeah.
I don't know. 50-50.
What are you talking about? How would you not die?
I've never died. Let's just put it that way.
Volume control.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're 35.
No, but I've never died, not even once.
Well, this is the great thing. This is actually so smart. Whoever edited this video, they put this at the end because it's you could say it's the end of the video. The end of his life will come, and that's going to be very painful for him.
So, like, is it really going to happen? I don't know. It's been a long time. It's never happened to me. Is it really going to catch me? I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
You know what? Like, I don't want to be rude and I don't want to be mean, but like the way that this world is created, the way that this Leela is made, you know, God writes the best jokes. I've said that before.
Yeah.
This guy, like next week, is gonna get in an accident where he just loses his dick. That's it. Like that's the only one that can get him is God. God's gonna have to intervene on Tate and be like, I take away all your masculinity. Like he's got to lose his balls or something, like just in a weird accident, and then become effeminate, and then say like, now I understand loving kindness. That's what it has to be. But even if that doesn't happen, life will do that to you. Like you get old and die, man. I mean, you're crazy. This guy thinks he's not going to die. Think about how much suffering it will be for him when he gets older and he starts dying. He's not going to be able to take it because like, oh, I'm getting weak. Oh, I'm a pussy. Like he'll go crazy. C'est la vie says Tate teaches men how to neg women. It definitely works on insecure women. I mean, it's working on an insecure boy right now. I mean, this kid, this Aiden Ross, it's a lot of negging. That's the thing. He's doing that. You know what? I'll give him that. He's equal opportunity. He's negging, but he's attacking the men and the women because he is really like negging this kid. You know what I'm saying? Calvin Picorni says Tate is totally trolling LMAO, but kind of believes it though, in my opinion. Yeah, I think in his heart he does believe it. Like he thinks he's like a superhero and he'll never fall.
Yeah.
And you know, God has a way of like, because you know what? These hard ass, tough people, they put themselves in situations like that. Like they're like daredevils and they go hard and whatever. Like he could get in the ring and just get hit in the head the wrong way, and then that's it. Like it's very shaky.
Yeah, exactly.
Am I like that too?
No, you're.
See, negging.
Exactly.
You don't know how to park because you drink soy lattes and you only act how you feel. We've already discussed your gender. It's done. Next point.
What's my gender?
We just discussed it. You just admitted it. You just said I drink soy lattes and I only do what I feel like doing. And I have no discipline and now I can't park.
So what? So what does that make me?
You know what it makes you, my friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's another nag. That's a full nag on that.
Yeah.
You don't need the napkin. I'll do it.
No, I'll be right back. After this call, I'll be pregnant.
What the?
Fine by me. Let's go. I ain't afraid. Just make sure it's a boy.
Yeah, make
Yo!
sure it's a girl.
Bro!
Like, throw myself down the stairs.
Yo! No, bro.
Down the stairs.
Jeez. Wow. Well, at least he has some kind of morality. And he knows that it's wrong to do that. Okay, great.
Yeah. And yeah, we have like other topics like the Sri Lanka one, right? After that.
Yeah. Let's move on. Let's do a continue. We'll have to continue watching this guy and seeing what kind of shenanigans he gets up to.
But let's make a conclusion. Let's make a conclusion for Tate, right? Like,
Tate. That's it. Him? I mean, Tate is Tate, dude. I mean, that's what you're gonna get. These guys are acting like psychos. Oh, let's play this last meditation one to end him out.
Okay.
This is it. This is meditate. They even have a meditation. Guided meditation with Andrew Tate, #1. Namaste. Wow.
Tell me when you were 12, that time you had that orange juice.
Wow, this is a great conclusion to Andrew Tate time. C'est la vie.
I am absolutely not really a believer in hard work. I'm a proponent of hard work. I have all this money and all I do is work. You're too busy jerking off the porno and not thinking about what you actually need to do to be successful in this life.
Ending Tate. End of Tate clip. This is so beautiful. It's perfect.
Your life is never going to be worse if you walk through the world believing you are the fucking man. You wake up and look in the mirror and go, I'm the fucking man. I am the man. There's no one on this planet who can do shit
I couldn't do if I put my mind to it. I don't give a fuck how good you are at piano. If I decide to play piano, I would be better than you at piano. And I believe that. I don't just say these things, I fucking believe them.
I see Tai Chi to this.
There's no bitchness in my realm. You know you should be in the gym whether you're happy, fucking sad, excited. It doesn't matter how you feel. You know what you should be doing. Nobody is going to come to your bed, drag you out of bed, fucking drag you to a job, force you to work hard, go and get you a hot bitch and go and buy you a Ferrari. Nobody is going to do that for you. You are never going to have any of the things you want if you do not get them yourself. Nobody cares about you enough to do it for you. I'm like, no, pancake lover. You're depressed because you're fat and you can't get a girlfriend. Do you understand?
Wow, dude, this is incredible. What a great meditation. Oh my God. This is incredible, dude. I like the smoke.
Depression is not real. Feeling
depressed
is real.
Babaji. Tell me, Babaji. Tell me, Babaji.
Do you think the men on the Titanic wanted to stay on the fucking Titanic?
So
no,
wise.
We're men. We have to stay. We're scared, but we must. It's our duty.
Well, that's actually a positive. Ladies, c'est la vie. That's a positive. Meditation. Meditation.
So most of these pussies are hanging around pussies, wondering why they're pussies. You deserve it. You need to create your reality.
Holy shit, I'm getting radicalized.
Tell me when you were 12, when that time you had that orange juice, like, who gives a shit? I am absolutely and utterly a believer in hard work. I'm a proponent of hard work. I have all this money and all I do is work. You've been too busy jerking off the porno and not thinking about what you actually need to do to be successful in this life.
This is great.
Your life is never going to be worse if you walk through the world believing you are the fucking man. You wake up, you look in the mirror and go, I'm the fucking man. I am the man. There's no one on this planet who can do shit I couldn't do if I put my mind to it. I don't give a fuck how good you are at piano. If I decide to play piano, I would be better than you at piano. And I believe that. I don't just say these things, I fucking believe them. I'm like, no, pancake lover. You're depressed because you're fat and you can't get a girlfriend. Do you understand?
Wow. The wisdom. The wise words. Wow, this is the most powerful meditation.
Depression is not real. Feeling depressed is real.
Yes.
Boom.
Holy shit, dude. What a powerful meditation. And that's the end of Tate time today. We did some Tate time. Wow. What a psycho, dude. We are heading for some hard times. I'll tell you that. We're fucked.
Yeah. So, he for like going live on Twitch, he legally changed his name to, I guess, Andrew Cobra Tate, right?
Cobra Tate, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Right, dude. Wow.
He just strips masculinity, huh? So
he's a rapper too. Listen, next episode we'll go through the rap videos. He's doing the Cobra moves. Yeah. Oh, is he doing the Cobra? Fucking psycho, dude. That's a nice little clip, though. I hope we see more from Meditation. Meditation, great channel, guys. Great, man. YouTube is crazy, right? Like, what a wild, wacky world. This guy's using this younger idiot to make himself famous. It's so crazy. It's like such a wild west.
Exactly.
There's no, like that's the one thing about, about TV. TV is that in TV, not acceptable. Like someone would just step in and be like, okay, we're losing advertisers. We can't do it. This and that, whatever. Here, he is such a little cobra, dude. He's coming in like you can't catch him. He's a fucking, that's so Eastern Europe. All right, cool. What's our next topic? We got
Sri Lanka.
True. Lots to talk about with Sri Lanka, actually. Sri Lanka, I don't like the Biz. Is it Bizbogo? Have you ever heard of a channel called Bizbo?
Bispo? No.
I think it's Bizbo. China.
You know, I sent you like an article on the Notion document. You should check that out. It's about China like acquiring ports all over the world, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So this one is about that. This is actually a great video on Sri Lanka. This is why we're fucked, man. China is gonna take over the world. Hold on, let's see this.
Bisbo and press the bell icon. See boring news turn into enjoyable stories.
He's
This
in
guy's
Indian,
great.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This video has a mega giveaway. We will be gifting all of you free shares of the world's most innovative
It's so
company,
good.
Google.
It's so
Do
good.
not miss this.
No, this
In
guy's
the
a hustler.
great epic of Ramayana, when Lord Hanuman is brought to the court of Ravan in chains, burn his tail. As it is lit, Hanuman breaks free of his shackles, leaps into the city of Lanka, and uses his
Dude, this is my favorite scene, man. Did you grow up
Yeah.
watching Ramayana? This is
Yeah.
where you go, Hanuman! Take it, brother! Take it! He was like the kid's favorite, too. The Hanuman, this monkey god, he's the kid's favorite. He can protect you against any ghosts, and he is really like he's like one of the most badass characters in the show. It's very interesting, though. I do feel like the Ramayana, and bit of a tangent here, but it's like this big Hindu epic. I feel like it is the epic of like North India taking over South India, because the whole story of it is this. Basically, there's like this king in Sri Lanka, and this Hindu monkey god goes down with the Hindu like super god Ram, and they go down and they take over Sri Lanka. It was a great TV show. This is like the banger scene. Let's continue it.
flaming tail burning the city to the ground. Today, their own leaders' policies are leading the country to ruin. The citizens of the island nation are furious, surrounding the presidential palace, demanding the resignation of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. They are furious because exams are indefinitely postponed.
Oh God, give our government foreign exchange to buy some paper and ink.
They ran out of paper,
Rates
right?
of interest.
They
I
ran
know,
out of
dude.
paper and ink. Yeah.
Oh my
So
god. Yeah, it's so sad. We got to support I like the organization you sent me, Loving Kindness Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Is it called Loving Kindness Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
We should support them. We should put a link up for them. Loving Kindness Sri Lanka. Listen, there's only 30,000 people in the chat, but make sure you support Sri Lanka right now. What's happening to Sri Lanka, dude? We are living in KALIYUGA, brother. We are living in KALIYUGA, and it will be the rest of us next, people. The world is fucked. We are getting, look at that. Max the Confessor. God is great. Yeah, make sure I don't miss any super chats. But we are heading into the KALIYUGA, people. This is a great suffering that is upon Sri Lanka, and how whether or not we help them is going to be the sign of whether or not people are going to help us. But I was just actually talking to my mom today too, because I'm in her house. It's almost like I'm in a bunker in Brampton. This house, and I made the green screen here, whatever. This house, I was telling her, Canada. It's like the only safe place. America looks fucked. Europe is on fire. And this is Sri Lanka had the tornado, but now it just seems like this, the way that their economy is collapsing. And then a lot of economists are saying that it's going to happen next to other people. But let's watch a bit of this, actually. This is great stuff.
That strengthened post the devastation of the Boxing Day tsunami of 2008. Mahindra Rajapaksa had first approached both India and the US to develop a deep sea port at Hambantota in Sri Lanka's southernmost tip. Daily 200 ships sail past Hambantota. If we make a port, 10,000 will come.
This is like the obvious corruption, in my opinion.
But both countries rejected the idea as unviable. It was a dud then, and it is a dud now.
That's the thing, right? Is like if you want to go to a country and get a loan, it's like if you get a loan for a business, they're going to check your finances. They're going to be like, is it legit? Does it make sense? Let's keep going.
So in stepped China as their savior once again in
China!
2007 with a 15-year, 6.3% loan, high for a long payback infrastructure project. They took more benefits out of it by insisting that only Chinese companies be contracted to build the port.
So all the money goes back to China. Wow. Like they don't even get any money. They just pay 6.2 trillion. And they go, okay, the Chinese government goes, cool, so you want it? Okay, cool, sign the paper. All right, cool, we'll pay the corporation to come build it. They don't even probably touch the money in Sri Lanka. They don't touch the money. They go, yeah, you want the port? We'll send the guys, they'll go build it, and then we'll bill you. So, dude, this thing could have been done. They could have overcharged them because it's the loaner and the construction, same company. This is such corruption, man.
China seemed to be following the words of the second US president, who said as far back as 1800, there are two ways to conquer and enslave a nation. One is by the sword, and the other is by debt.
Wow, that's very powerful. Yeah, no, we're fucked, eh? China's indebting everyone. China!
But Mahinda Rajapaksa didn't see it that way. Believing that the project would pay off, he put all his eggs in the Hambantota basket. To lure corporates, he built a cricket stadium with a capacity of half the entire population of the district, and anticipating a flood of arrivals, a massive international airport. But after 2 years, just 34 ships dropped anchor, and only 161 in 2014, leaving the project to be a dud.
It is a dud. It is a dud. Ayush. What? Yo, what's up? Yeah, that's crazy, eh? That is a clear case of corruption, I think.
Yeah.
Of like
Exactly,
the Chinese
man.
government being like, dude, don't lend them the money then. And no bank would give you money for that. That's ridiculous.
You know, the interest rates were so high that they did, even if you like pull all the money of like Sri Lanka, they even couldn't pay the interest rates on the loan, right? Let alone the loan. Yeah. So it was like, and the leaders, they took like too much loan, like in the name of like construction and development of the nation, but they didn't even, you know, you think like stop to think about like for a second like how are they gonna pay it back, right?
Yeah, no, they don't. And that's the thing. It's not fair for the country to have to be in debt now. It's like these guys just did it. It's like you wouldn't, like if my dad got a bunch of loans and didn't pay them back, I wouldn't have to pay it.
Yeah.
Why does the country like, yeah, that should, I mean, it should just be illegal. I mean, but then at the time, it's like you're telling a country you're not allowed to take this money. But it's such an obvious corruption. Let's continue this.
A similar disaster awaited Matala International Airport.
This is really sad when they're like, no, it's going to come. As someone who produces shows, it's so sad. You're like, no, they're going to come. 200 ships a year. They couldn't have enough ships. The guy built an airport, the cricket stadium.
2016, Forbes called it the world's emptiest international airport. The World's Billionaires is an annual ranking report published by Forbes magazine. The list shows a dominance of American entrepreneurs and their innovative companies, with their products and services used all over the world. Think for a second. You are watching this video on YouTube, which is owned by Google. Your phone is
this is an ad
from interest,
dude. This is tight. They're making like a whole cartoon out of
maintenance
it.
costs, and crisis after crisis. By 2022, Sri Lanka was in a big hole. The external debt was $50.7 billion and foreign reserves just $2.31 billion. Interest payments alone now took up 95.4% of government revenues in 2021, leaving little room for public spending on nation building. By comparison, its credit rating peers Ethiopia and Laos have interest payment ratios of 11.8 and 6.6% respectively.
Wow.
This crisis was made worse by years of unstable politics and corruption, with even a former prime minister defrauding the Central Bank of Sri Lanka covered extensively.
These sound effects are great.
In our earlier story.
So Indian, man. My parents watch these shows that are like, they have so many.
building. By comparison, its credit rating peers Ethiopia and Laos have interest payment ratios of 11.8 and 6.6% respectively. This crisis was made worse by years of unstable politics and corruption, with even a former prime minister defrauding the Central Bank of Sri Lanka covered extensively in our earlier story. Sadly, Mahindra Rajpaksha looked more and more like the story of the emperor with no clothes, with Gotabaya Rajpaksha becoming president while his elder brother Mahinda was prime minister.
There's the
Bade
joke.
Mian Chote Mian combined consolidated their hold over Sri Lankan politics, with the entire Rajpaksha clan holding an iron grip over power.
It was like whole
Despite
dynasty,
the
right?
current crisis,
Like
the
ruling
two
over a
brothers
country.
holding
What's that? It's like a
It
family
was a
run.
whole
Yeah.
yeah, it was a whole dynasty.
Dude, what is this graphic? They have a girl in a bikini. No, she doesn't even have a shirt on. What?
Yeah, so it's like a parody of some kind of Bollywood film, I guess. Yeah.
The girl's just no top, and then someone shoots into her, and then you can see them.
the top two positions
Oh, go
refused
on.
to budge from their seats. They did not widen the tax net even as its ratio to GDP kept declining, which limited their ability for nation building.
Wow, what a
Then
great
missed
channel.
opportunities to diversify their exports from tea, rubber, and coconut, which account for 90% of exports. As the crisis,
Dude, that's rubber. It looks like It looks like some white sap. This is rubber.
No. Yeah, this is rubber. This is how it's made. Yeah.
What the fuck? Why is it black whenever I see it?
Yeah, so like they add like chemicals to like stiffen it out, right? So basically, it comes from like it's one of the Sri Lanka's major exports. Yeah.
Wow, we're learning.
And coconut, which account for 90% of exports. As the crisis worsened, in November 2019, President Gotabaya Rajpaksha made things worse by fulfilling a campaign promise. VAT
Yeah,
rates
so-
are being reduced from 15 to 8%, and the 2% nation-building tax is withdrawn.
Yeah, it's crazy though because
So,
the cricket
yeah.
stadium he named it after his brother, and
Yeah.
China paid for that
Yeah.
too. It's crazy. Like I couldn't find it here, but like China paid for the port, and
Yeah, yeah.
like it wasn't just the port. They paid for the port, a cricket stadium, which
Exactly.
has a capacity that's like half of the whole district, but like a cricket stadium and like an airport, and they're all just dead. And it's like
Yeah.
that's got to be some sign of corruption. It's like if you can't pay the loan back, you can't get a loan.
Exactly. So what China is basically doing is not just Sri Lanka, right? So China is building like a pipeline from China to South Africa, right? Till there, and it's basically like China is like lending huge amount of money to South Africa and the African countries to like build dams and like houses and everything for the people. So
Yeah.
in return for they can like occupy a piece of land there and have their military bases or they can like exploit their resources, right? So in the short term, like people are thinking, yeah, that's cool, like we are getting like free resources from China, right? Money, but in the long term, like China's gaining a huge advantage, right? It's like China is gonna be like the next superpower, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. China's basically doing the new stuff of like there used to be like a World Bank, because they actually have money from
Yeah.
World Bank and from from China too. They actually have
Last time,
11% from World Bank and 10%
Yeah.
of their debt is from China.
so
Yeah, it's crazy.
the World Bank, the IMF just kicks in when it sees that the countries, is gonna like repay the loan.
Yeah.
So the last installment they got was 1.6 billion back in 2016. So it's been it's been a long run that like the country is declining in health, and like it's not gonna regain its monetary power, right?
Yeah, I guess. And I saw this clip by Patrick Bet David, and he's blaming it on them being communist. Are they communist? No.
Now I guess now. Do you want to play the Cold Fusion one?
Yeah. Let's watch the Cold Fusion.
Nebula, my online streaming platform. Hi, welcome to another Cold Fusion video. This is Sri Lanka, population 22 million and an independent island off the coast of southern India. Not long ago, they were South Asia's most developed nation. But right now, they're in a severe economic crisis. The country is $51 billion in debt. Rolling blackouts are rampant. The currency is crashing. Medication, fuel, and some food is in short supply. Even school exams had to be cancelled because of the shortage of printing paper.
An economic crisis in Sri Lanka, which is becoming increasingly dramatic, with residents' life savings virtually disappearing into thin air. One estimate from...
Oh my God, this music is amazing. It's like a meditation music. Background music is like meditation. So it's like pulling you in. It's like a trance.
Johns Hopkins
Beautiful.
University shows real inflation at over 130%.
Ah!
The government is even
KALIYUGA is here. KALIYUGA is here.
asking airlines to stop refueling in the country to save on fuel.
Many Sri Lankans have had enough of the horrific situation. The homes of government officials have been torched, and the sitting prime minister even had to flee to a naval base.
That's great, man. I mean, the fact that they could take over, like they could run up on the prime minister's house, and it was like non-violent. These January 6th, it makes the January 6th people look stupid, quite frankly. It makes them look stupid.
For his own safety. Protesters have also
Look
stormed
at
the
this.
presidential residence.
It's like 10 times more people and like not nearly the violence. It's very, I think it's because Buddhist, but I don't know.
They were swimming in the president's pool,
That's
eating
nice.
his food,
Good.
and drinking his alcohol.
God is great.
So how could such a disaster happen? Well, first, we need to look at the...
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm just muting you because of there's the sound thing, but yeah. Jax, I know people from Kashmir, they want to leave India. Kashmir in Pakistan is called Pak, means what Pak occupied Kashmir. Okay. It is weird that people just call Pakistan Pak. And then even Sri Lanka, all the news reporters like Palki Sharma calls him Lanka. Tony Detien, I gotta be slow. You didn't see the firebomb, Amish. You gotta be slow. You didn't see the firebomb. Okay, let's see the firebomb.
Southern India. Not long ago, they were South Asia's most developed nation. But right now, they're in a severe economic crisis. The country is $51 billion in debt. Rolling blackouts are rampant. The currency is crashing. Medication, fuel, and some food is in short supply. Even school exams had to be cancelled because of the shortage of printing paper, coconut farming, and their power from their activities in politics. In Sri Lankan politics, you have to be somebody to be elected. As Razeen Sally, a professor at the National University of Singapore, told the Washington Post, quote, "You cannot win in politics if you're not from an established family." The second of 9 children.
Wow. I mean, most countries have like a class, like a upper class, and like you got to be from that upper class, and then you can make it in. But they're basically just doing a one family system. One family, that's it, and that's done. And that'll just destroy the country. Yeah. No, they ran away. I fucking hate that shit, man. They run away from the country too.
Rajapaksa became president in 2005, and for 10 years, the country became a family business. As the family's influence grew, soon other brothers, sons, nephews, cousins, daughter-in-laws, and other relatives joined the government, occupying top positions in various administrations. Sri Lanka was now a family affair. Mahinda named his brother Gotabaya as defense secretary, while Basil and their oldest brother, Jamal, were placed in charge of irrigation and economic development. Sri Lanka enjoyed years of growth, fueled by a mountain of foreign debt, but for much of their rule, things were going well. Despite some critics, many Sri Lankans were fans of the ruling family, not only for bringing up the country in social standing, but also for bringing peace to the nation.
Big Buddhist country. A lot of Buddhists. I think their majority may be Buddhists.
From 1983 to 2009, there was a horrific civil war in the country. A rebel group called the Tamil Tigers would fight against the government.
Dude, I remember this. In Toronto, the Tamil Tigers, they would do protests here too. Dude, they'd block the highways here and shit. Like, yeah, they would just I can't believe they lost in the end. They were so tough. We were always terrified of them. They were so tough, but I guess they got taken out by the government. Hold on.
Discrimination. After a 26-year military campaign, the Sri Lankan Armed Forces militarily defeated the Tamil Tigers in May of 2009.
Oh my
and
God.
This brought the civil war to an end. At this time, the president and the defense ministry were brothers. After the defeat of the rebels, the pair were hailed as heroes.
Oh, God.
Mahinda enjoyed the adulation of voters, who approved of his bloody, yet decisive victory in
Wow.
a 26-year civil war against the Tamil rebels. But it wasn't a squeaky clean image for the brothers. Allegations of corruption, including questionable deals with Chinese state counterparts, swirled around Mahinda. His brother,
You
forces,
think?
militarily
Like,
defeated, and
this
the defense
is it.
ministry were brothers who approved of his
They-
bloody.
We're done. We're done. Like when they roll out like this, you got a dictatorship. That's basically, that's rough. I guess whenever things get violent, whoever wins is like, that's the problem with revolutions, is like you do a revolution and then whoever wins is like, they always become a dictator. Not always, not all. Listen, you got to fight back. You got to fight back.
Yet decisive victory in a 26-year civil war against the Tamil rebels.
Oh, God.
But it wasn't a squeaky clean image for the brothers. Allegations of corruption.
I mean, 26 years fighting, and then you won the fight. They're going to be aggressive. You know, this is another Tate speech here, running the country. This is the issue, people. This is what we got to watch out for. We are in KALIYUGA. We are in KALIYUGA, and times of suffering are here. And it's, how do you know, most people are like nice people. We're not going to do this shit. These goddamn psychos. But then fighting with someone for 26 years, it traumatizes you. You survive certain fights and the family's still alive, and you just go, listen, man, brothers forever, and that's it. And if I get in, I bring you, and if you get in, you fucking bring me, and that's it, dude. We survived a bomb today, so let's goddamn rip, and we got to take it. Yeah, dude. Oh man.
Including questionable deals with Chinese state counterparts, swirled around Mahinda. His brother, Gotabaya, was also implicated, though to a lesser extent. He was facing scrutiny over the purchase of MiG fighters from Ukraine. But these scandals didn't stop the family from spending big. He promised huge infrastructure projects, including a Chinese-built airport, which sits largely empty.
That's the thing where it's like Chinese government, like that's got to be a scam. That is like a colonial shit where they like, it is just a good sidestep. They call it neocolonialism. It's a good sidestep because you're basically loaning them. You're like, I'm going to help them out. And then you fucked them, didn't you? And you're giving them a loan that you know they're not going to pay back. They don't pay it back. Bing, bang, boom. It's my country now. That's what they're doing.
He tried to jumpstart growth by borrowing heavily and attracting foreign capital by propping up the Sri Lankan rupee. In the short term, the strategy worked. The economy boomed, causing a per capita gross domestic product to more than double from 2006 to 2014. This vaulted Sri Lanka past Ukraine, the Philippines, and Indonesia. It lifted 1.6 million people out of poverty and gave rise to a large middle class.
Well, look, sometimes you do your best and you do your best. I mean, what do you do?
By 2019,
it's hard times.
Sri Lanka ascended to the ranks of the World Bank's upper middle income countries. Though all of that growth came at a cost, Sri Lanka's external debt tripled from 2006 to 2012, pushing total public debt to 119% of GDP. In 2015, these policies were suspended, but the debt continued to accumulate.
Here's the thing, right? You beat the Tamil Tigers. You think you can't lose. You think you're going to kill it. This is exactly what's happening with Trump. Like in their minds, they think they're just like, I'm on a rip. I got to rip and dip, and that's it. I'm on a rip. It's my country now. I won. It's mine. And then you borrow the money. The money, that's the thing. Because the money, these people from China come, they're like, hey, take some money. It's such a banger idea. Like, yeah, we'll make a port. Yeah. I'm doing my job. I'll make a port. India and America both said no. It's not going to make the business. You think Sri Lanka's port would have business. The problem is that India already has established ports. So no one's going to go to your port. It's like right beside India's ports. There's no reason to. Like the other ports are set up and it's a lot of work and it's a lot of business. And it's like, you got to put a lot into it, I guess. But the Chinese government should have known better. And you don't just give a loan and then be like, okay, well, now it's my country. Fucking vicious.
With each passing year, the family government made even more mistakes. Each mistake led to ever greater risk. When the military brother, Gotabaya, got into power in 2019, he promised tax cuts to get elected. When this came around, the government lost 25% of its revenue. To make things worse, in 2020, COVID smashed tourism. For Sri Lanka, tourist income was a huge source of funding to pay back foreign debt. Then, 2021 rolls around and Russia and Ukraine go to war. In an ill twist of fate, before the war, Russians frequently made up the biggest share of Sri Lankans.
Hold on. What the hell's going on in the goddamn chat right now? What's going on in the chat? Tony Detienne says, oh God, libtard alert. Who are you talking about? One family with their hands in every citizen's pockets. This is the kind of government Trump supporters really want. Oh. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow it. That is a good point because he's grifting too. Tony. He's grifting, and you know he is. It's a con artist. More Andrew Tate videos in the future. Hustlers University is a joke. I know, right? What a scam. Yeah, let's finish this one off.
Tourists, with Ukrainians not far behind. As the flights to Moscow were suspended and the Ukrainians are at war, Sri Lanka's tourism industry suffers even more. In April of 2021, the Rajapaksa government made another fatal mistake. To prevent the drain of foreign exchange reserves, all fertilizer imports were completely banned. This move was extremely radical, as no country can feasibly run their food supply on 100% organic fertilizer on a whim. Farmers.
This is crazy because I saw a Patrick Bet David clip about this, and they were saying, any of this sounding familiar? Trump tards? That's funny. Trump is a con, but I'd rather have him running things than the libs. Tony, let's all agree that the libs is cons and the Trumps is and the Republicans is cons too. Everyone's a con, dude. It is KALIYUGA, brother. Everyone is a big sinner. Nobody's. It's actually extremely hard to be righteous right now.
Overnight had to stop producing and the food supply collapsed.
This is actually really sad at this point because there's a couple of things that led to the collapse. One we all got hit with is COVID. Like it just completely killed their tourism industry. Another one is Ukraine war is messing up world food supply, like all these supply shit. There's supply chain issues everywhere. And Sri Lanka might be the first country of many countries that are going to go through this kind of hard suffering. It is KALIYUGA, people. It is KALIYUGA. And the other thing is now this was like an environmental thing. This really makes the libs... Listen, I know this ding-a-ling is going to be... Tony Detienne is probably real happy about this. Tony Detienne is probably real happy about this. But this no nitrogen in the... I had no idea what the hell this was. This is basically like an environmental issue where environmentalists said, like, you got to stop putting so much nitrogen in it. I don't know if it's good or bad, but without the nitrogen, you can't grow nearly as much food. So now they have a food shortage, and I don't think they have any supply of this nitrogen thing. So it hurts when because I do believe in climate change. I do believe in climate change. Did you guys have this issue over there? It says I can't unmute your mic anymore. Oh, it says your mic's not connected. Okay, cool. Oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Okay. So
is this happening in India too? What is this nitrogen thing?
So basically what they did was they completely banned like inorganic fertilizers, right? Like the market made ones, right? So they wanted to go all organic on this one, but obviously, the organic thing takes time to build, and like people weren't enough, like
the organic
to grow enough food. Yeah,
it's not good enough. It's like it's growing half the amount. Fuck, that's so sad, dude.
It's actually too much costly. Plus, it produces less yield, right? So
as a liberal, you want to do your best. You want to help. You want to do your best. Tony Detienne's laughing in the crowd. Tony Detienne's like, yeah, like, dude, just cool it.
So like two, three things just came together. Like obviously the COVID, right? It like disrupted like the tourism industry in Sri Lanka, right?
Yeah.
And then this happened. Like
there was a couple of terrorist attacks too. That's the thing. Sri Lanka
like,
had some terrorist attacks before that. That killed the tourism even before COVID. And then COVID completely demolished their tourism industry, which is a big part of their industry. And then, but this is going to start happening around the world, I think. And Tony Detienne has a great comment. Canada just went through the test for internet going down. It's so funny, eh? It's like other countries have real shortages, and then ours was just internet. But, dude, internet, we're such pussies in the West. Like, the internet. I can't live without the internet. Dude, there's people starving in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka did the gasoline test. Next is going to be the food shortage test for the whole world. Look, the gasoline test actually creates everything going down. So it's a gasoline test is also like their internet goes down, their power goes down. They're only getting 8 hours of power every day.
And you know
but
what?
I gotta
Like there
say,
was
oddly peaceful. It looks very peaceful and very nice. Like they stormed the Capitol essentially,
yeah.
like they did on January 6th. January 6th, they're like, we're gonna kill people, we're gonna this and that. It just shows you how entitled we are, goddamn, over here. They're
Yeah.
so goddamn entitled. These people are fighting for like just the right thing, and they're just not murdering people for no reason. I wonder if anyone died. Look, maybe one guy got trampled. But with that population, the fact that they didn't kill like 10 times more people than January 6th, it's pretty impressive.
There's there's this article that came out like there's too much crowd on the petrol pumps, right? On the gas stations, right?
Dude,
So
3-kilometer lineup on the petrol pumps.
yeah, and 2 people died out of like heat strokes while waiting in the line.
While waiting in line. I know, that's so fucked.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to
Yeah.
continue this.
The country had to start importing rice and other food goods, and the price of food exploded. Rubber and tea, 2 major exports, also ground to a halt.
KALIYUGA is
The
here.
government reversed the policy in November of 2021, but the damage was already done.
Last year, in a highly controversial move, the Sri Lankan government banned the use and import of chemical fertilizers overnight in a bid to become the first country in the world to fully adopt organic farming. While the ban was later reversed after protests, the crop yield was already affected.
As if the climate change, you know, this is where you just like, as if climate change didn't need the bad press right now. This really just, it hurts.
The income we get is not enough to cover our expenses. This is the only work we do. We have no other work.
And then things went from bad to worse. The country was spending more than it made, imported more than it exported. As a consequence, its foreign reserves began to run dry. This in itself isn't too unusual, as a lot of countries do this and end up borrowing more money to keep themselves afloat. But the difference here is that the foreign debt for Sri Lanka is so high that they can't even pay the interest to keep the debt expansion going. To make things even worse, oil prices were exploding internationally, so importing that cost even more than normal. And being a small island dependent on deliveries by sea made this a nightmare for Sri Lanka. The inability to import led to food shortages as foreign exchange reserves remained
KALIYUGA.
In February of 2022, the official inflation numbers rose to 17.5%. By June, it was 55%. The price of cooking gas, for example, is almost 3 times higher than it was just a few months ago.
You know what I do like about this is that
Even printing paper is hard.
it is like a real community event. Like they're not doing it violently. Even when like the Buddhist monks are like running or like they're jumping over barricades and jumping into in between the cops aren't just like you know what I mean? It's just like we're all friends. We all love each other. It's a sunny day. There's food growing here. It almost feels like that kind of situation, maybe that like worst case scenario, but there is like food shortage possibly because of the nitrogen thing.
Higher than it was just a few months ago.
You know,
Even printing paper is
Yep.
Same thing happened in Venezuela, right? You remember that? So basically, like Venezuela, the country is Cambodia, right? So they happily like invited Venezuelan people to like come in and stay in their homes and all. So you know, crime started after just a few weeks, right? Like people weren't finding enough jobs, so they started as robbing people and murdering people, right, for money. So I think this is just the starting, and it's gonna get a lot worse. So yeah,
Well, I'm predicting that because it's a Buddhist country, and I know this is crazy, but this is like Vietnam too. You know what? Like, honestly, I think there's a difference, dude. Like, you look at Vietnam and Cambodia and the suffering they went through and like the viciousness from the government, but there's no bitterness. It's something that we don't understand maybe in the West, even in India. Like, there's trauma from old fighting that people just cannot get over. And I think you're right. It's kind of like the same reason why in Japan, they have more violence on TV, but they have like no violence in real life. They're just kind of chill like that. Like there's something about it. It's like different. It's more humble or something. Whereas in America, like there's gun shooting, like there's actually maybe less violence on TV, but there's more in real, like, I mean, there's been like, I think this year's stats in America are 2 school shootings per day so far have happened in America this year. Right? Isn't that it? Is that it? 2 school shootings per day.
I think so, yeah.
It's fun. That's come on, dude. Like that's America, though. There almost is two sides of the world. There's the American side. There's four parts of the world. We live in America Eurocentric worldview where we look at it like, oh, if they run out of food, they'll start killing each other, or if things get bad, they'll start killing each other. Sri Lanka, I don't know, man. I mean, the way that maybe I'm just trying to be more positive, but it just seems like they got a real loving kindness mentality. Where like, things are going to shit. It's fucked up, whatever. The violence, maybe. I hope it doesn't, but it seems like they're figuring out how to get around it. I don't know. But the food shortage is going to be an issue, I think.
So
violence
basically,
wise.
I think like there's like really no government there, right? So people are gonna really like understand that they are like free to do whatever they want, because police officers and the military, it's like they are like quitting their jobs to like be a part of the revolution, right? But there is right now no one to control that crowd, right? So people are really gonna take advantage of that thing, right? So it's gonna get more violent. Yeah.
Jesus. Yo, can you see if you can find something on this school two shootings a day and send me a link? Because I feel like this is interesting. This Jax is saying it sounds like bullshit to me too.
It's hard to come by, forcing schools to close and cancel exams. In March of 2022, the Sri Lankan rupee posted its biggest single-day decline in more than 40 years. These next numbers highlight just how fast the situation is deteriorating. Sri Lanka's foreign currency reserves at the end of 2019 stood at 7.6 billion. This had fallen to 1.93 billion in March of 2020, and by July of 2022, all that remains is 50 million.
Oh, that's nothing.
There is no.
I think Tate's making that once a month.
No longer enough foreign currency.
Dude, their full income their full value created as a country is what Andrew Tate is doing in his goddamn scam business. Oh my God. KALIYUGA is here, people. KALIYUGA is here. Didn't we just find that? 50 million a month. That's what he's making, right? It's like $50 times like...
import basics such as fuel. On June 29, 2022, the country suspended fuel sales. It only had enough fuel for just one more day, and it will be given out in absolute emergencies. It was the first country to ban sales of petrol since the fuel crisis in the 1970s.
This is interesting because this happened in America almost, and Jimmy Carter lost the election. Like, it was immediate, like, no, we're not waiting. There was like lineups for gasoline, and they were like, nope, and you're not the president anymore, and that's it. This is trouble, man.
Yeah.
Before long, the situation was horrific. Citizens began starving, and there was a shortage of everything, food and fuel being the most pressing. Long fuel lines are a common sight. Arguments occur and fights break out. One rickshaw driver even dies of heat stroke. The government is now so short on funds that it's going to start printing money to pay employees' salaries, and most of us know how that turns out. It's basically the end of the line for the Sri Lankan economy. Sri Lanka no longer has money to import goods, and they can no longer function to produce enough revenue.
Oh my God, I wonder if that guy just got a heat stroke because he stayed inside the rickshaw, and the rickshaw like a black cover, and then it's like a sauna. In there. Fuck. Don't stay in the rickshaw, man. It's a heat wave.
In April, the government defaulted on its external debt worth 51 billion. 7 billion more is due at the end of the year. Starting in early April of 2021, protests began to erupt all over Sri Lanka. At first, the government tried to squash the protesters, triggering deadly crashes across the country, but they couldn't hold back the tide of anger. The Rajapaksa brothers, once hailed by many as heroes for winning the civil war, are now reviled as leaders. It's a dramatic fall from grace for a family that dominated Sri Lankan politics for over a decade.
Jesus.
The former president, Mahinda Rajapaksa, had to be evacuated from his official residence after protesters attempted to storm the house. Other family houses of the Rajapaksas have also been targeted elsewhere in Sri Lanka.
People are so frustrated because of Rajapaksas.
We need our money back. We need our country back. We are here to support us, these people.
I mean, everyone can see that how much we're suffering. There's lines everywhere, gas, petrol.
Currently, Sri Lanka isn't.
It's sad. Like, this is such a crazy thing to say, but it's like sad, but they just seem so happy. Like, you know, you're talking about like there's going to be violence, there's going to be fighting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe people are just trying to be positive and not send this stuff. But it just seems like it looks like the whole country's in like a festival mode. They're just like, okay, we're doing these activities.
Just for right now, then. Like just for like for a few weeks or so, like when they have like full freedom, like they
Yeah.
are happy. But once like everything in the company in the country just runs out of resources, right? Like the companies are they're gonna have nothing to pay the people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
I
then
think
the hunger literally makes you angry. Like I've
exactly.
seen, I remember I lived in this building, and the owner of the building, one day we thought like an animal died in the wall, because we just hear like just like some yelling or whatever, like growling. We go downstairs, dude. The landlord is on the ground just having an attack, like some kind of diabetic attack. Our roommate calls the cops, and like basically six guys have to break into the house, pull him out,
Yeah.
and give him like some insulin injection, because he's
Oh.
like he's swear, and he's like fighting them, like they're taking him out. He's like, fuck yeah, yeah, like he's going wild, dude. And yeah, fuck, that's weird. In Japan, you can just make homemade guns. Is that true, Tony Detienne, or is this some? Please, Morton. It will be all good until people start starving to death. Yeah. I mean, I saw a video of an old man who was starving, who was like literally, you can see the bones and everything, and he's like, I'm starving, but I got to sacrifice for the kids. He's just like explaining it. Yeah.
A very risky situation with great uncertainty. And just to highlight this, as I was finishing up the episode, more news broke. On June 10th, hundreds of thousands of protesters broke into President Gotayaba's official residence.
Yeah, dude, rip. Yes. That's exciting, dude.
The moment the
like 9 times January 6th. And listen, I'm not going to look it up right now. I don't want to look it up. I don't want to check, but I'm going to say zero violence. Definitely a better vibe and a better cause.
They broke into the house. They like they swam in his they swam in his pool, right? They drank all his like alcohol, and they ate all his food, right? They even found like cash like in his house, right? They stole all of that.
Yeah, well, that cash is worth nothing. So I mean, it's too bad. I'm sorry, but you know, it's interesting because they might have, because you know, it's apparently it's like more communistic. They might have a community vibe. I just saw a video of Patrick Bet-David talking about how like, oh, they're communists. They fell because they're communist. It's all because of communism. It's like, I don't know if that's why they fell. I think it's complex. I think it's like people starving in India has been happening for like 500 years. All through the British Empire, it's been happening. And I would say it's a mixture of corruption in government, wars. There's always been like wars disrupting supply chains and shit like that. And then it's like corruption, mismanagement, wars. Like these are all happening right now. You know, so like, I don't know. It's a weird thing to blame it on the communism. What I'm seeing though is, but maybe because of the communism, it's like a community feel. Like nobody's dead. Like, I don't know. Maybe we will find out about the numbers later, but God forbid. But it looks like a fucking sick ass party.
He fled.
At 10 a.m. local time, he fled. Gotayaba's motorcade was seen speeding down the highway.
This is like
his secretary and other
this is like an
officials
action
didn't
movie.
know his whereabouts,
They're ripping,
but
dude.
he was later stopped at the airport trying to flee the country to Dubai. After he left, protesters wearing helmets and waving Sri
Wow,
Lankan
dude!
flags.
Imagine you just make it out right on time. Like you're driving this way, and then the protesters are coming. You just see like one or two, like, "Hey, is that the president?" You're just like, just, "For it, dude!" And then like the rest of the crowd goes like, "Never mind, fuck it, dude. Let's go in. Let's go party," and they just take it. He's like, "Who cares about the money?" His brother's like, "Come on, let's get the money." He's like, "Just leave it." He's like, "No, we'll get it." He's like, "No, they're coming. You gotta just get in and fucking floor it, dude." I can't believe they made it over there.
He just got denied of like visa from the US and like Singapore also, right?
US didn't let. Wow, dude, US is such a snob. It's like he's the fucking prime minister, guys. Like, get the prime minister. I know it's Sri Lanka. But he's the prime minister. Like, the prime minister of Sri Lanka has to wait in line. That's so sad, dude. He's just getting denied like every other citizen in India, I guess.
He broke into the president's residence, some cooking food in the...
Can you imagine you go to the office, you're like, I'm the prime minister. Like it's like come on, you can let me in. They're like, nah, you didn't do you got to apply for a visa. Fuck, dude.
Kitchen, while others are seen swimming in
This
the
is
pool.
sick.
There was even a piano sing-along in one of the rooms to lift morale.
Look at all the women are here too. Like I feel like whenever shit like this happens, even in India, the women just get fucked up. I don't know, but maybe that's wrong. I don't know. Like there even seems to be like animosity between men and women. I feel like in India, whereas here they're just like so happy and hanging
And for
out.
the first time, several Sri Lankan military personnel joined the protesters.
Like this guy, look
marking
at this
a turning
guy.
point in the government's control of
Woo!
the situation.
Let's rip it, dude.
The protests and storming of the government residence also shows
That's
what
it.
happens when governments.
Dude, some people love that's the thing, man. We in Canada, and then I don't know if you're like the Patels in India. We think protesting is like boring, waste of time. I know some people, they're like, fucking protest? Let's fucking rip, dude. I want to chant. I want to meet people. I want to party. There's dancing after. There's this, that, whatever. It's like fucking people make tents. They just stay there. It's like you're going to say no to the protest and you're going to be like, oh no, I'm going camping this weekend. It's like camping. You want to go camping and you want to see a bear. Go camping at the protest. You can camp at the protest, dude. And that's what I think. I don't know. I hope maybe it's just me hoping the best, wishing them my loving kindness.
Lose
But
control of an economy. All other world governments should be watching this closely.
we got to get graphics that show like hearts coming out of my chest and blasting people. You got to give them the loving kindness. You know what I'm saying?
Overall, it's a tragic situation. A potent combination of government mismanagement and external economic.
There's like an old Japanese show I saw. Like it's like a show out of Japan from like 20 years ago, and the guy like he's wearing like neon pink jacket, a bunch of chains, whatever, like all these like jewelry, whatever, all neon colored jewelry, and he's like, "Ati morgotu, tito marigae, and it's just like, I love you and you are love and I am love and we can all be love, loving kindness. Like, I don't think he said that. But I was just thinking that like we should do that. You know what I'm saying? Like the branding should be like we're raising the vibration. That is so. But we also need to send love to people. That's good. It's good karmas.
Moreover, without a stable government, it's going to be very difficult to negotiate loans or restructure the country's debts.
So it looks like the end of the Rajapaksa family dynasty and the long years of complete control it exercised over this island nation.
So how can this be fixed? Well, basically, the only option is to get loans. Sri Lanka is seeking emergency loans of $3 billion to pay for essential imports such as fuel. The World Bank has agreed to lend $600 million, and the government is also asking for $4 billion from the International Monetary Fund. The IMF said that the government must raise interest rates and taxes as a condition for the loan, which would make the country's cost of living crisis even worse. They're also seeking help from China, India, Qatar, Australia, Japan, the US, and more. Sri Lanka and India have signed a $1 billion credit line for importing essentials, including food and medicine.
And India's always there, right? India's okay, we'll help you out. Because India like almost sees them as their baby a little bit.
Yeah, they're the nearest neighbors, right?
They're the and you have to, or else China's gonna take it and fucking take your shit. Come on.
China is always willing to like help them, like in terms of money aspects, and like have something in return. Most probably land, right?
Yeah. China's always there, just trying to get a little cut, get a little piece, get a little fucking. Oh my god, dude! There's a 30-minute video. I saw a 30-minute video. Oh yeah, something like. I saw a 30-minute video today from the Chinese government. It was a news video, and it was saying like the reason why Sri Lanka is in trouble now, and it's 30 minutes. It's so boring, but not even once do they mention like that they have to pay money to China. Nothing.
No.
They're just like, oh, they were irresponsible. They did this, that, whatever. Corruption.
I sent that link in the private chat, right?
China agreed to bolster Sri Lankan's foreign currency reserves by swapping the Sri Lankan rupee for its currency, the renminbi. Though since then, China has signaled displeasure over Sri Lanka also approaching the IMF for help.
China's such a dick too, eh? It's like, okay, man, let them borrow money. Like, why do you have to be such an asshole, China? No, only from you borrowed money from us, and you're gonna borrow money. It's like it's fucking money, dude. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna take money. Yeah, like, oh yeah, the corrupt piece of shit, the corrupt fucking piece of shit that you did the deal with. That motherfucker went to the IMF. Yeah, what did you think? It's such an obvious corruption on their part. I mean, I can't believe this cricket stadium is named after the guy's brother. How are you giving a loan for this? It should be illegal. You can't give the loan. I remember I knew this guy who was like,
yeah,
go ahead.
it happens all the time in India. Like all of the major
Around,
roads, like or the major stadiums or like the famous parks or something, they're always named by like some kind of politician after some politician. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's common because it's like, hey, is this corruption? And it's like, no, but it's the Rajaputta Stadium. It's like, dude, you're naming it after your brother. I think it's corruption. But also, they should have like a way of looking at the finances, looking at the like. It's clearly not a viable stadium or a port or anything. It doesn't make sense. Why are you giving them your money? But it's like you're not even giving them money. It's such a scam because it's like yes, I'll give you money that you can only spend on me, and then if you can't pay it back, then it's mine. That's like this is like the most forgiven loan I've ever heard of. This is like clearly, but there's no international body. You know what they got to do? They got to get the IMF money, and they got to go to the UN and be like, these guys give us a shitty loan. Like UN, just like someone's got to step in on this. You can't that is obviously a scam loan. It's like those payday loans.
Rajapaksas are now not only concerned for their political future, but also
I like
for their
the
safety
lungis.
and security when a new government takes over. We can only hope that things turn around for the nation and they can get the resources they need to rebuild their economy. No citizen of any nation deserves what has happened to the people of Sri Lanka. So I've been sitting on this script for a couple of months, just waiting and seeing if things would improve, but they really haven't. So I think it's ultimately important that people know what's going on here. So stay safe out there if you're from Sri Lanka.
Oh my God, the water cannon, dude.
Yeah.
Generally speaking,
I gotta say though, like that. Okay, but this is what I mean in Sri Lanka. Like they're having a full collapse, and it doesn't look that bad compared to like in America. If any little thing happens, it's violent, dude. And these guys are doing a water cannon, dude. In America, they'd have a gun. It would be a tank in America, dude. America would be a tank. They're doing water cannon. You know what? God is great. Maybe it's not as bad. India is giving that loan to keep those refugees out. Yeah, basically. What are you to do if someone has a sniper on the roof over? I don't know, man, but these are all questions that you have to ask in KALIYUGA, people. It is KALIYUGA. Yeah, what do you do, Ocho Cinco? What do you do? These are the kinds of questions we have to ask in these trying times.
the news cycle can be quite negative.
That's enough of that. Let me just show this. This pissed me off. This actually, first of all, hurts my feelings because it's the guy that's on it. Where did it go? Why is it not? Sri Lanka PBD podcast clip? How is it not? Oh, here we go.
Are you following the story on what's going on with Sri Lanka?
Very
what are your thoughts
closely.
on what's going on there?
Social breakdown is almost inevitable unless some miracle happens, because the president and his flunkies have all fled. They're on a boat somewhere out in the ocean, and the people are occupying his palace. But I don't think there's any leadership there now. They don't have the fertilizer they need to grow their food. And Sri Lanka is a very big food producing country. There's a lot of millions of people there. And so this is the
actually,
first bellwether of the self-suicide destruction of these elites who I don't know where they get this idea.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, you remember like they are having like a fertilizer shortage, right? So the war with Ukraine, right? So Russia and Ukraine are the biggest exporters of fertilizers, right? So like there's no fertilizer to be bought, right?
Yeah,
So
no, you can't.
It's actually like a combination of 2-3 things happening at the same time that has led to this, right?
Yeah, but then PBD is going to blame it on communism.
There's too much nitrogen in the soil or in the water. Nitrogen is again one of the building blocks of life, and just like with carbon dioxide. And so you've got now Netherlands, the president or prime minister, whatever he is, of Netherlands, is saying they have to make a third of their animals go away, which provides a lot of the manure for fertilizing the crops. And then they're also going to ban part of the nitrogen fertilizer for the crops. And as I mentioned earlier, the process of making synthetic ammonia is why there are many more billions of people alive today than there would have been if that hadn't happened. Those 2 Nobel Prizes that were given to Dr. Haber and Bosch, Haber invented the process and Bosch built it up to an industrial scale. So millions of tons of fertilizer could be produced around the world. And all farmers in the world are dependent on this fertilizer for making their crops grow faster and bigger. And so if this cascades, like Netherlands is getting a little close to home, is happening in Western Europe, that leaders of governments are banning fertilizer. And as I say, Corb Lund has a great country singer in Canada, has a song about, have you ever seen a child who hasn't eaten in 18 days? And, you know, we can live without food for longer than we can without water, and we can live without water longer than we can without air. But there is a limit with food too. And
KALIYUGA is here.
Thing, and it's happened all through human history. We haven't had much of it lately because we've been on a roll in
KALIYUGA
terms of,
is here.
technology and agricultural innovation and producing more food and doubled the population like we see. But that doesn't necessarily go on forever. And it would be a shame if it was a self-inflicted wound. It's okay. Let's at least not shoot ourselves in the midsection here. That's what I see happening. And food shortages are not something that are easily caught up with. There are such things as seasons, and there are such things as how much you can grow in a certain area of land. And if you don't have fertilizer, you're only going to get half as much. And pretty soon the store shelves are going to start being empty in some parts of the world. And hopefully we're in a much better position in North America than most other places in the world in many ways. But this can happen anywhere if people start deciding to ban carbon dioxide and nitrogen, which are what life is made from.
You know, it's crazy. When I saw this, I wrote this out on Twitter.
This is, yeah, that's so sad that this guy, so the guest that they have on the show, he used to be like, I think he's like the founder of Greenpeace, but now he doesn't believe in climate change. Of course, Patrick Bet-David's going to bring him on. That's so fun. That's so sad, right? Like, but he is basically like a right-wing, like a bunch of right-wing people love him because they're like, so you're the founder of Greenpeace, and then you realize that the whole thing was a bullshit scam. Okay, cool. Tell us about that. And he's just on so many shows, dude. But I think there is maybe truth to that. Maybe they made a mistake on the nitrogen thing because, I mean, in this situation, people are going to start like, it could lead to like mass starvation.
I said, if the world allows a country with an $81 billion GDP go bankrupt, so can America allow the too big to fail companies fail soon. Bad policies created by bad leaders cause countries to go bankrupt. The people of Sri Lanka were sick of Gotabaya Rajapaksa's democratic socialist policies, and they moved on, right? They're saying they don't like it. Now, here's what's crazy. A guy responds back to this.
Well, here's the problem with this Patrick Bet-David. It's like, why are you, that whole tweet is like his way of like saying democratic socialist policies.
Now, here's what's crazy. A guy responds back to this tweet, and he says, you're not going to find it. But if you go, you'll find it because there's a bunch of them to go through. He says, well, that has nothing to do with their democratic socialist policies. And then one guy responds, this is a great thing about Twitter when people have a debate. They're going to solve each other's issue. He says, I'm sorry, what do you mean? He says, has nothing to do with democratic socialist policies. Can you go to Sri Lanka's Wikipedia, please? Go to Sri Lanka's Wikipedia.
I mean, I kind of agree with that. Like this is a brainwash. This is like communism brainwash, I feel like,
what does it say on the top
PBD?
Right? Democratic to the top right. Right.
Democratic Socialist Republic.
Can you go to the right? Yeah. Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka.
That's longhand for communist.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's okay. The guy said that they went bankrupt and it has nothing to do with their democratic socialist shit. And then PBD is being like, go to Wikipedia. Go to Wikipedia. Go find it. Look it up. Yep. What are they? Democratic socialist. And that's it. It's like, that's not the end of the argument. The guy's saying that the policies are not communistic. The policies are just, listen, man, it's Ukraine war. It's weird. These guys want to always blame it on communism somehow. They find some weird loophole. There's just other issues, I think. And India has always had these starvation issues. And it's always been like World War II was the last time it happened. There's like wars. Now there's a war with Russia, Ukraine. Like it causes supply shortages. So there's that. There's corruption, of course, mismanagement, corruption. But I don't know. I find this a stretch. What do you guys think of the audience? Like, is this valid? And then the other guy goes Democratic Socialist Republic. That's shorthand for communism. Communist.
If you hear anybody in America pitch that to you and they seem noble, eventually you'll be doing that 5, 10, 15 years later, realizing that vote was a shitty vote. Just like right now, we're facing some consequences with inflation just came out yesterday being 9.1%. Inflation came out yesterday 9.1%. You know what inflation was in December of 2020? Do you know what inflation was in December of 2022? 2%.
This is a classic move where they try to blame any kind of like government debt, inflation. They just blame it on left. Left and right are actually no different in America. See, now he's basically saying that the Democrats are responsible for it. They're not even, it's the same party, Democrat, Republican. There's no difference. They both don't pay off the debt and they both don't balance the budget and they both create inflation because really nobody knows how to manage the economy. The Republicans pretend they're good at it. The conservatives always pretend they're good with the economy, but really they end up spending more and they end up spending more on military stuff, whatever, which is big spending. And they never end up going around and cutting. No, they cut the taxes, but they never get around to cutting spending because that's unpopular. And then Democrats, they increase spending, but they never get around to increasing the taxes because that's unpopular. So really both sides contribute to inflation. This seems like
propaganda now.
No, it was.
But he's
1.4,
brainwashed. It's
1.7%.
brainwashed.
Okay, if you pull up right now, was on the article. Inflation just 2 years ago, December of 2020. You can actually look this up. It was 1.4%. Okay,
I was off by 0.2.
Then it went up to 1.7, then 4.2, then 5.4. The month that Putin invades Ukraine, it was 7.9%, which means they can't blame Putin. Even pre-Putin, it was at 7.9. Now it's 9.1% inflation. And who pays the price for this? Do the billionaires pay the price for this? No. Do the rich pay the price for this? No. Who pays the price for this? Low income, middle income families who are going out there working a job, making 15, 20, 30 bucks an hour, trying to take care of their
That
families.
is true. That's
they're paying
true.
the price for this because they're feeling it in the gas station. They're feeling it everywhere. Now, Biden sent a tweet out yesterday responding to inflation. I don't know if
Wow, he's so confident. Like, I just want to believe him, but I don't know. I just don't know if it's true though. I mean, it's true that like when things like this happen, the working class suffers. I agree with that. But is it just like left-wing policies that lead to this? I don't know, man. I mean, or sorry, democratic or whatever. Like, to blame it on communism, to blame all of it in America, because in America, the conservatives are no better. They do all the same shit.
Up or not. If you do real quick, this is what Biden said after the inflation numbers came up. He said, if you can zoom in a little bit more, energy companies, nearly half of today's inflation numbers. So here's what's important. Energy alone comprises nearly half of today's inflation numbers. The price of gas has increased 30 days straight. Decreased 30 days straight. The price at the pump has dropped by 40 cents since mid-June. Gas should continue to come down in the days and work weeks. Here's a crazy.
Biden's going to lose. You can't do this. You can't do this on gas.
Here's a crazy thing.
He's done. He's out.
He's the president. Can you go back to that tweet? A president sends a tweet and he gets 17,000 likes. This is not a TikToker. This is the president that got 17,000.
Wow, what a rip, dude. How much did PBD get?
17,800 likes. That's like you putting a tweet and you get 2 likes.
I got over 3,000 retweets just the other day, and I've got.
And you're not the president.
I got 2,500 today.
This guy's the president. And can you go to the other one about inflation? Go to the other one about inflation that we got. Today's report is inflation too high. Fighting inflation is my top economic priority. And while the
30,000
numbers today are not acceptable, they're also outdated. In the past 30 years, the average price of gas. Okay, so he's trying to put that message in there.
30,000 likes on that.
So that's
He
good.
doubled
He's
his
making
last
some
one.
progress. It's like, I'm telling you, you know what this reminds me of? Where's Will Ferrell when he was making fun of Bush? Will Ferrell, how come you're not doing it with Biden? Biden is 100 times easier to make fun of than when you were making part of Bush. When you came out and said, President Bush, I'm here in Crawford, Texas, growing my soul patch, hanging out with Connie and Dick, but we're keeping our eyes on the ball, and we're focused on climate change, and we see the rays are intensifying in such a way where the lava flows in cut. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I mean,
Let the boy watch is what you're trying to say right
What
here.
I'm trying to say is, Will Ferrell, come on, man.
Come on, Will.
Be fair and do a Joe Biden impersonation. I promise you, it'll be better.
First of all, they do. They're ripping Joe Biden. Everyone's ripping Joe Biden. I think it is late. I'll give them that. Like, they did. It was weird. Like, for like until about 4 months ago, most Democrats I knew were mad if you made fun of Biden. They were like, he's doing his best, and leave Hunter alone too. They're doing their best, and that's it. Now, I'd say in the last like 4 months, now even liberals are like, yeah, they're done with him. They're nobody supporting him. He's out. I think he's going to be out. Biden. Yeah, he's done. He's done. But it is hard to argue with these people. Like, there is just such a heavy like anti-communist brainwashing in them that they're just looking for ways to blame communism. I'm just saying, like, I'm not pro-communist. I'm just saying, like, it's complex. It's for a million reasons. Like, even that, it's like the gas price is going up. To blame that on like, oh, because Biden, he's a lefty, because left-wing policy. It's like, or he's communist, so gas price is going up. It's like, is it because he's a communist? Or is it because they've been snubbing the Saudis for like the last 10, 15 years? What does that have to do with communists, though? Like, you can say it's mismanagement. You can say they're dumb. They suck, whatever. But it's weird how they tie every problem in the world to like, they started thinking communists. Now they're good. Look, it's just bad because it's like, how do you solve problems or get to the real heart of what's wrong with something if you're going to be like your brain is just constantly looking for some like, what's that? They blame it on communism. That's communist. That's a communist. It's like you can't think straight and get like to the heart of the issue. I feel like. Let's read some comments. Tell me what you guys think. Hunter is a certified G, living his best life and worst life at the same time. Dude, that's how I know people have lost interest in Biden, is because now even Hunter, when I bring him up, because I remember I had friends who were like Biden supporters, and I would bring up Hunter and be like, he's just doing drugs. It's not his fault. He's doing his best. Why don't you support someone who's on drugs? The guy's doing like millions of dollars worth of corruption. It's insane, dude. This guy is, and like, this is what you got to tell people, like, you're making him rotten.
When you do this, yeah, this is best life and worst life at the same time. Literally, this is it. This is please, Martin. This is what you're talking about. This is best life, worst life at the exact same time because he's in some kind of a meditation solo bath retreat, but then he's also smoking crack. And also White Claw. So that's low calories. He's just doing vodka sodas. That's a great ad for White Claw, right? What do you guys think? Is that a good ad for White Claw? It's a great drink. I love it. That's the thing. I got to stop drinking it. But I think it's more responsible than a beer. Wow, dude. Best life and worst life at the same time. At the exact same time. Oh my God. It is. We are live 3 hours and 30 minutes in. And holy shit. Let me play a little. Yeah, you're listening to The Drip. Summer in the Neighbor. This track is called Summer in the Neighborhood by Bad Snacks. Let me include that and make sure you get funky with that music. But I'm getting tired. I think it's time for me to call it a night. This is the song. I'm posting it. Make sure you guys hit the like, hit the subscribe, let the community know that we are raising the vibrations. And we're looking for a cult rehab guest, actually. Let me play the cult rehab. Sorry. There we go. Cult rehab. We're looking for a guest right now. We might have someone from this ATI cult. We might have someone from Cult Tips 101 or Cult News 101. A lot of great stories, but people are feeling shy about it. Like the cult rehab guests that could be the next guest are so like the things that they went through are so fucked up that they're like, I'm not sure if I feel comfortable. So I got to talk to them again and be like, hey man, hey, do you want to come on? And like, what do you want to talk about? Maybe like a little bit of that. But yeah, so this week we're probably going to have another one. Simon Martin Anthony says, Pedo Peter is Joe allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, that's weird, eh? That Hunter Biden calls his dad Pedo Peter. That's so messed up, man. Please, Martin says the good brother died of brain cancer. C. Hunter is partying for them both right now. Please, Martin. Yeah, but please, Martin, he also banged his wife. Are you talking about how his wife died? His brother died? But then he banged the brother's wife, dude. Come on, Ocho. I expect better. McZemZem, God is great. I guess there's just too many pics of Hunter weighing his crack and smoking to ignore. There's way too much. Listen, thanks everyone for coming. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you add us on Twitch. We're on Twitch now. We're putting up more edited clips. So, the next one, I did actually want to show you something about that, actually. The next one is about this great ashram in Winnipeg in Canada. Church play. Oh, my God. The footage from this video is just absolutely incredible. I'm going to show you a little bit of footage. Let's tease it. Let's just tease it with a little. This is going to be a great video. This Babaji is absolutely incredible, and he puts on full plays. These are full Christian plays. Everyone, the lead character gets a crucifixion. I mean, they're a bunch of powerful plays, and they play every character. Like they have a Star Wars one. They have a Star Wars one. This is obviously Marvel Universe. They have like, Captain Jack Sparrow. Always ends with the crucifixion though. Always ends with the crucifixion on the boat. There's a crucifixion here. It just always. Sometimes they just do like rap videos. They do these different characters. It looks like an incredible church that I want to be part of their place. This one, they did a Jim Carrey impersonation. Like every year they put up a banger. And I have a lot to talk about with this group, and I want to talk about them and really just give them a shout out. And Jenny Nicholson too for finding these videos. I mean, she went through all of them, and they're absolutely just. I mean, look at this production value.
And the crazy thing about that is like they don't have any dirt on them, right?
The craziest thing is, and look, we might find something, we might not, but this is all produced by the Church of the Rock, and there's no dirt. Yeah. They have some get-rich-quick courses, but they just believe in abundance. It's not that bad. Like, nothing. Yeah. We couldn't find, I mean, we were like Googling like crazy. We couldn't find any dirt on the guy. Look at this guy. He made his own Yoda.
He did the Chinese impression also, right?
Yeah, the Chinese impression is great. But yeah, we're gonna put that all in a video, and that's probably gonna be our next cult review. Is like just going through these clips. These clips are incredible. Oh my god, yeah, there's so much. Yeah, this is probably the best clip. Must be included.
$55. Okay, I think I can pretty confidently say that one's not okay. So.
Hold on.
Maybe in his case, it is okay for him to be doing this. We can only guess.
Welcome to Coffin Shop. You program we phantom.
Oh wow, dude. It's just like and I think that's the pastor. That's the crazy thing.
How much for this one? $55.
Okay, I think I can pretty
Yeah.
confidently say that one's not okay.
You don't get for $34.50. Our price gonna be $40.
Oh
That's like a Russell Peters bit. Like that's like that. I feel like that this is famous
my
because
God,
of Russell
it gets
Peters.
worse the longer he's here. And think, this character could have been any Undertaker who looked like anything. I don't recall any character like this in the film Tombstone, so they must have just had a guy at this church who could do this accent and thought it would be a real knee slapper to integrate it into the play.
That's one whole dollar. You got
That like the closest thing to a scandal here is like this guy.
you buy something.
This guy might be the pastor of the church, but that's fine. You almost got to let it go. You know, with a church this big doing these banger ass plays, like I mean, it's with the cults that we've reviewed on this channel. I mean, it's almost impressive that there's nothing else. Like there's nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. I gotta go. Baba G, did you watch RRR movie? What's RRR movie? RRR movie? Let me check that out. Let's see if we can do a bonus topic, but I gotta get out of here. RRR. The biggest blockbuster you've never heard of. Are you talking about the Hindi one or the American one? Oh wow. Can we watch the trailer? Oh, that's gonna be a ripper.
స్కాట్ ద్వారా వారు మా ఆదిలాబాద్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఓ చిన్న పిల్లని తీసుకొచ్చారు. మీరు తీసుకొచ్చింది గోండ్ల పిల్లనండి.
అయితే వాళ్ళకి ఏమైనా రెండు కొమ్ములు ఉంటాయా?
ఒక కాపర్ ఉంటాడు.
Yeah. Yes.
పులిని పట్టుకోవాలంటే వేటగాడు కావాలి.
Amazing.
ఆ పని చేయగలిగేది
Man.
ఒక్కడే సార్.
Fucking right, dude.
ప్రాణం కన్నా విలువైన నీ సోపతి నా సొంతం అన్నా. గర్వంతో మనలో కలిసిపోతానే. బ్రిటిష్ ప్రభుత్వానికి ఎదురు తిరిగిన నేరానికి నేను అరెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను.
I think it's a picture like between like the fight between the British and the Indians, right?
Yeah, this looks pretty badass. That's a ripper, dude. Oh yeah, dude. Oh my god.
కుకుంటూ పోవాలి. ఎదురొచ్చినోడ్ని ఏసుకుంటూ పోవాలి. చాలా ప్రమాదం. ప్రాణాలు పోతాయిరా. ఆనందంగా ఇచ్చేస్తాను బాబాయ్.
Okay. Yes, dude. I was gonna say, like, until here, it was all very realistic. Like the worst thing they did was they flew with the kite with the flag, and then they grabbed each other's hands, and then they really did the rippers at the end, didn't they? Holy shit! This is all ridiculous. Wow. That's a ripper, dude.
I'm gonna have to mute this part out because of the copyright strike that we're gonna face.
Oh my god, look at this motorcycle though, dude. That's a ripper. He just kicked that motorcycle up in the air. Fucking right, dude. I love that. I don't know why I used to judge this when I was a kid with Indian movies. It's so badass. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's all fake anyway. Now I feel like American movies are kind of like this. But yo, I gotta go, man. Let's do this again on Thursday. Thursday, I'm gonna come back. Lawrence Holmes, thanks for coming. Did a lot of vibration raising today. But yeah, we have a lot of clips coming out, so very excited for that. Make sure you hit the like, tell your friends. God is great. Oh, and send us clips. Send us clips, and also sign up for Cult Rehab and Scam Rehab, because we do need Cult Rehab guests. Because yeah, two people were like they felt uncomfortable and they got it. They backed out. So we got to figure out. It's fine. Which is fine. It's okay. They've been through a lot, and that's it.
And we are also like opening up the call-in line, right? We're gonna figure out like to get a number, and that you guys can call in on the show and like share your like experiences with any cult, or like any of your friend was in a cult or something, right?
Yeah, we got to get the phone number. It would be great to get 1-800-FORGIVE, but we'll see what we can get. 1-800-FORGIVE would be a banger, and then we have a forgiveness hotline. Anyone can call in, get the forgiveness. God is great, and I have the certifications to give that forgiveness. So yeah, make sure you sign up. Public forgiveness. We're getting the phone number. Call Rehab, of course. Follow me on Instagram at Fade to Brown. Ayush Sharma is also here. You're going to see him here, but we're going to have a link to his Instagram in the comment section as well. Thanks for coming, everyone. You are loved, and you are loved because you are loved. And that's it.